I'm going to get all this stuff adjusted. And something tells me I might be running from the heat the whole time. No. Okay. Oh, we got a thumbs up so far. So someone has found the new live. We'll wait just a minute. James Alton, how are you, buddy? Hope everything's going good for you. Hey, appreciate it, fellas. Mr. Greg Vanderlip. Were you in the last one, man? I don't remember if I saw you or not. But welcome if you wasn't. But yeah, we'll get back into some stuff. I didn't go too far with this. I'll just briefly show the stamps and the branding iron in a minute in case somebody's interested. Yeah, I think my little setup for the fire tonight's a little bit excessive because I'm gonna be well done on my right side by the time this is over. Yeah, the last live it was like 19 degrees out here. Jerry Phillips, hey buddy, how you doing? Yeah, the last live it was not 19 degrees. I was sitting way over there in front of the fire and I about froze to death. I got up, I didn't realize my feet were that cold, and I got up and I thought my toes were gonna break off in my socks. No joke. South Carolina Knife Monkey, I seen you today. Where'd you see me at? Or are you talking to me? Louie, what's up, Bo? I will see some more people trickle in here. Yeah, this thing's about to roast me. Yeah, we might have to do some moving. Hanging there like a hair in a biscuit. I love that saying. You know, I'm 55 years old, and I only heard that saying probably in the last couple of months. Joe Mama, are you Chinese? I like Chinese. Well, it depends on the Chinese. As long as it's identifiable, I like Chinese. If I can't tell what it is, then I don't eat Chinese. Because, you know, like they'll say, that's not chicken in your chicken fried rice. You 54, Jerry? I was thinking you, well, I haven't really ever seen you. We've emailed a good bit and everything, but I was thinking you was like in your mid 40s. Arizona decent today. Yeah, it's really nice here in South Carolina. Whoa. I tell you what I'm gonna do, fellers and fellerettes, or if there's any fellerettes in here, I'm gonna take some of that stuff out of my pocket before it melts or, you know, my lighter explodes. And we might keep, you know, just sort of re-engineering this setup while we do this. Yeah, that wouldn't be good to have right beside the fire, would it? I think that's all the flammable explosive stuff I have, except a bunch of 9mm rounds hanging on my side. Born in 1970. Yeah, I was born July 20th, 1969, the same day they pulled wool over the world's eyes. Hey, Cornbread, I need a fixed blade buck. A fixed blade buck. What kind of fixed blade buck you looking for? That's a fixed blade buck are you looking for? Flag box vid with Dad. All right, Arizona, I checked out that flag box vid you did. Your dad, very cool. I need to check that out. Yeah, I got several people on the list to get caught up on their videos tomorrow. I go through and I get a notification and I click to save for later. That way I can find them. And because I get a bunch of notifications. And I love spending like Sundays. Sunday is my day to just chill out and check out YouTube videos. All right, guys, I got to figure out how to set this up. Because you're going to start to hear fat sizzle in a minute. I need to work on, because I don't really ever plan this. This is just, I come down here, I got my table right here, and I come down here to sharpen knives or piddle with stuff, and sometimes I hit a live button that says live. There's Mr. Patrick. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, bro. Dwayne Letterman, what say you, Cornbread? I say I am enjoying life. I'm sitting out here having fun. I got a neighbor that's like way over the road, but his pasture fingers down right over here above my house. And he's got some of his Great Pyrenees dogs in there, and they are raising Cain tonight. So if you hear that, that's what it is. It must be scary out there. Nah, not at all. To my right, I live in upstate South Carolina. The next stop is Rosman, North Carolina. There's a bunch of woods right there, but there ain't nothing in there gonna hurt nobody. Eduardo, hi from Argentina. I don't think I've ever seen anybody from Argentina before. Welcome, Eduardo. Cliff Maynard, how are you, buddy? Here are you, Bree. How you doing, bud? Jerry Phillips, I still have that Keystone Science 3-blade Hawkbill electrician's pocket knife. Yeah, those things are dope, dude. Javed Rashed, hi, Dad, or bye, Dad. Whatever. Hi, Daddy. I'm not Daddy, trust me. Bubba, how are you, bud? I can't complain, except I can't find anywhere to get far enough away from the fire that it don't roast me, because I don't set this stuff up to do YouTube videos. I just set it up to sit here and goof off. But I might have to do yet another move. Bubba, do you mess with leather any? Hambone, how you doing, man? Myrtle Beach. I hear you, dog. That's the place to be. You gonna be there through the cold snap? Well, it's coming in tomorrow afternoon. It's supposed to have like pretty much a whole week where it doesn't get over freezing, and the lows at night are going to be approaching single digits here. So, yeah, well, Hambone, I'm going to have to hook up with Hambone. I talked to you down at Knife Doctor's knife show, and I've been watching your videos and everything. Man, you have some really dope stuff. There's someone in your... Okay. Bama, how you doing, man? What is your name again, Bama? It took me forever to remember Chuck and Wally from Briar Patch Blades. Good Lord, that thing's getting hot. All right, y'all take a little breather. I'm gonna move this thing. All right, stand by. Yeah, the fat's starting to sizzle. We can't be having that. Yeah, I figured Corn Muffin might be out here in a minute. She's a lot of times she becomes the life of the party, you know. And get where I don't have to get cooked over here. I try to keep it where you guys can see the fire, because I know that's probably one of the biggest draws about this. His first name is Alabama. Oh my God. Cliff Maynard. Yep, don't cook yourself cornbread. Yeah, you was about to start hearing the bacon sizzle. No, I'm serious. Yeah, I got the old cod roaster going tonight. I spent the day doing a lot of chainsaw work. Spy, I know Mrs. Cornbread. Angie S. Small, I could donut. I don't know. I think that stuff's funny. It's so funny to see trolls and people that just want to say something drop in. I think it's hilarious. And then poof, they're gone. Chris Gary, what's happening, brother? Yeah, I just took a bunch of stuff out of my pockets. And look what one of those is, Chris Gary. I'm really digging this thing. It was in my pocket. I was in the shop before I started this, and I'm cutting out a slip for it. That's a killer K-bar right there. I don't care what nobody says. Anybody can be wrong, you know. But yeah, I used it today. We went out to lunch and used it there, and I've used it a bunch of times since I got it. As Mr. Terry would say, don't that purty. Tomo, I'm sat in my garden with a fire glowing, drinking my sorrows away. Oh my goodness. Don't drink all your sorrows away. Heck, there's times if I was to try to drink my sorrows away, I'd be drinking for a while. But that's few and far between. I try to keep them sorrows under control, you know? Yep. Let's see. Okay. Hey, Greens Blade Revival. How you doing? I'm not able to talk tonight. Yeah, it finally made it, Chris. I was so, man, I just knew. My mail carrier for the post office, we have gotten mail that was like 6 months old before, that was delivered to the other side of the mountain to a street that's not even the same street name. So, or road. We don't have streets. But yeah, I was glad to get it. Yeah, I'm gonna make a short, if I get done with that slip tonight, I'm gonna make a short on it. Y'all take a look at it tomorrow. It's gonna be pretty neat. Of course, I kind of get weird with my stuff too, but. Oh, Bubba, sorry to hear that, man. I appreciate you stopping in, Bo. James Alton, not Bubba. Yeah, I was showing those guys a few minutes ago. I don't know how many of you guys messed with leather before we got knocked off. Watch out for them does that say chupacabras? Yep, you gotta watch from chupacabras. Them, yeah, them Mexican big feet things. But I was talking about the branding iron, and I've been using that a lot lately. It's been in a few shorts, and you know, pretty much everything I'm making, I'm branding just for something different. And I suck at doing stamps, so I got this, and you just hold it in front of a propane torch, and it's super detailed, and it's like 27 bucks on Amazon. And I was telling Dag Jim. I was telling somebody a while ago, I'm sorry, man, if you're here. I will try to put a link on my channel somewhere for these. I'm not really sure how to do that yet. But just in case, if you'll email me if you're interested in these things at huntingforhookers@gmail.com, I'll send you a link. And this one was $27 for the branding iron, and the larger stamp that comes with the rod on the back. See this rated hole. I use a 2 pieces of 2x4 and a vise when I'm using it. This is actually, and if you can see the detail in it a little bit better, but it is dead on the money to my logo. $25. You just upload your logo. A couple of weeks, you got your stamp or your branding iron. Justin, you get CS yet? G-Man, that's who did that. Yeah, G-Man was the one asking. And I wanted to tell y'all a little something. I have carried a Through Night Archer flashlight for probably the last close to a year, orange one. And it's a great flashlight, especially if you're doing, you know, your usual EDC stuff. Oh, I dropped my keys. Where's it at? You know, that kind of thing. But if you remember, not long ago, a few weeks ago, I made a video about being lost. And when I got lost, I had the Through Night Archer, the orange flashlight on me, and it was fully charged because I unplugged it when I got out of the truck. And I turned it on, and there were several times I mostly had it on bright, and it died within 5 minutes. And it got hot. I mean, it was like holding a baked potato. It was so hot. And since then, I have recharged it several times and kept using it. And I'm not as big a fan of it anymore. When I first got it, all I was doing was, you know, hey, you know, like where's my keys, that kind of thing. I dropped something in the dark, or that kind of thing. But if you have to turn it on and use it, and you're going looking for something, or you know what if you have it on for a while, on high, about 5 minutes, she's dead. So I pulled this one out. I've never really carried much, and I gotta see what the number is. It's the i5R EOS. Yeah. Yep. It's made by Olight. And I've had this one for a while, but I haven't carried it much. It's kind of a purplish blue. And head to head with the Through Night Archer, I like the Through Night Archer. It just dies, and it gets really hot, and it dies really quick. And this one holds a charge far better, and it's darn near as bright. It's plenty bright enough. But if I have one complaint about this one, it has a rechargeable battery, but it's one of those deals, a lot of things are going to now, and you have to take the battery out, and in the battery itself, you have a port to plug a Type-C charging cable in it. So you have to take it apart, charge the battery, and put it back together. Not a big deal. But like I like to charge my stuff in the truck when I'm on the move, and if you take everything apart, you know what happens. You're going to be missing parts. You're going to be digging through the floorboard looking for stuff. So that is the only thing I really have against this flashlight. South Carolina, did you change your mind on the electrician knife? Dwayne Cool, Jason. Is it Camilla Jerry? There's Mike. How you doing, brother? Big Mike found us again. Yeah, I got froze up the last time. But yeah, I've been playing with a lot of stuff. Tomorrow morning I'm getting up. I went to Walmart yesterday, and I was just tooling around looking at things, and Nate dog, where's Nate? Oh, there he is. Howdy. Yeah, I think I asked him a little while ago. No, it was Alabama Knife and Tool. I can't remember Alabama Knife and Tool's name. So if somebody can holler that out, I would greatly appreciate it, because I'm a little slow. I called Chuck Wally and Wally Chuck from Big Fish and Briar Patch forever before I got them figured out. So I apologize. Kevin, okay, there we go. But I went to Wally World yesterday and just tooling around, and I saw that. It's an Ozark trail knife. I don't know if it's new or not. He has a bottle opener on it, a glass breaker or wig splitter, whichever one you want to call it, and like a seatbelt strap cutter on it. And I was looking at it, and a guy walked up to me, and he flipped one out, and he said, "That is one heck of a knife." And I said, "That is all I need to know." I bought 2 of them. So hopefully they're at least, decent knives. But tomorrow I'm going to whip this thing out, and I'm going to do my thing, kind of pound on it and test on it a little bit, That thing fell, and now I'm cooking again. So let's do this. I'm going to back up a little bit. Mo better. But yeah, it's you guys chime in if you've seen these before. Is this a newer knife, or is this just one I just happened to just now find? But yeah, we're gonna test on it a little bit. It's camo. Gotta be something good. Which is some bad stuff to say about camo too, especially if you're in the woods and you drop it. But yeah, I'm gonna open it right now. I got 2 of them. If I need one closed in the video, I got another one. Let me lay that down before I stall myself between the eyes. What's up there, Half Pint Mike's Life? I'm sorry, I have to keep calling you Half Pint. I've done developed a habit now, and I apologize. I'm gonna have to break that habit. But there it is outside the packaging. Got the strap cutter, seatbelt cutter slash glass breaker, wig splitter, whatever you want to call it. The bottle opener, which to me is pretty much useless. If you drink beer and stuff, it's probably a handy item. And it is a liner lock, and I like the way it feels. But as far as, dang, it's thumb studs. But yeah, there's no reason to or anything. It's a smooth little thing. But I'm gonna beat the snot out of this tomorrow. She's fairly, and all I got with me is this blister package, but oh, damn it, it's plastic. Plastic. She's plenty sharp enough straight out of the package, but we gonna give her a go tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Daggum, that's like really sharp. I want to show y'all the impossible shot that, yeah, I know it's my ashy skin, but there's also hair on there. So it comes out of the package, hair even sharp. That's pretty impressive. Make cutlery great again. Sup, Gum? Oh, Charles, you in here? There you are. How you doing, Charles? You did a dang good job on that traveling leather box, brother. Alex is a fed. Oh, I don't need any feds right now. I'm still answering questions about 4 years and a couple of weeks ago. I'm not going to say the January. Yeah, I think that might be a pretty decent one there. I dig the shape of the blade. But it's another Ozark trail. You can't go wrong buying a bunch of $5 knives. If you drop it in the tackle box, you're still ahead of the game. I'm hunting a green one, Gary. A green what, Mike? Wow. Cheesy Moon Knife Doctor. Cheesy Moon Meetup video uploading now. Hey, that'll be a cool one. Yeah, I was telling a few minutes ago, I have several videos that I need to get caught up on. I've got a list of save for laters, and when I see notification, I poop save for later, so I can watch them on Sunday morning or Saturday morning whenever I save them. Hi, Dirtbite Boy 56. Yeah, I got a couple of packages I'm working on. I'm changing the way I do stuff. I've got one for one fella who's present here that I've been working on for a while now. Oh, it's got a flipper tab too, dummy. Oh, flipper tab ain't nearly as, yep. Might need a little dab of Earl. Yep, need a little dab of Earl. But the thumb studs, man, it feels smooth as silk. Yeah, I put a little dab of Earl on there. I'm not nuts about, you see that flipper tab, how it's angled downward and there's no jimping on it, so your finger kind of slides off. Ha, there we go. Easy. But Random Quads was timed out by Chris Geary for 86,000 seconds. Okay. The black and green Wugout is available online right now. Oh, really? Huh. Yeah, a little drop of oil. I think that thing will be a heck of a flipper. And I have several knives that have that angled down flipper with no jimping on it. And I just take one of the little triangle files, insert my own jimping on it. Bam. Worked that time. Maybe it's just tight, dry. But need some oil. How are you there, Jeff Jackson? Hope you're having an awesome weekend. Gary Callahan, my Walmart doesn't have very many of any kind. Yeah, mine, right before Christmas, the Stormtrooper, whatever you want to call it, I bought 2 or 3 of those, and I I got one of the orange ones, and Brother Mickey at Hillbilly Ridge, he sent me an orange. He sent me the first orange one. I gave away the orange one I bought, but I never get rid of gifts. That's like part of my code. Somebody thinks stuff of you, sends you something, and you like it anyway. I'm gonna love on it. I'm out, fellas. Have a great. Hey, you have a good one, Kevin. I appreciate you coming by, bro. Got 58 in here now. Hey, that's pretty good. I ain't gonna complain. Big E. Heck, I didn't even see Eli. I went and got into Eli's live earlier. There he is. How you doing, Eli? If y'all find white ones, Hillbilly Ridge Outdoors has a great video on how to dye it. Yeah, that's another one I gotta get caught up. I am subscribed to so many people because I've got this like rule. If people subscribe to me, I'm gonna subscribe to them. So when I get around to watching videos, let's say I'm watching Chris Geary, he's the last comment, I'll use him. Get around to watching Chris Geary videos, I'll watch the last 4, 5, or 6 and comment on them. I know that drives people crazy because now you got a comment section that's full you got to look at, but I'm not going to watch a video and not comment, and I'm not going to comment unless I watch the video. So it takes a little time sometimes to get caught up. Yeah, that's a nice, they are nice knives. Jeff, it's beyond saying. I did the video and I talked to, and I know he loves this so much, talked to Mike's Life because we talk a lot. And I was telling him, man, I'm being honest. I'm not just because I'm not a bug out fan, but I compared those two knives head to head, and you can see it in the video. And dude, that orange Ozark Trail was right there with it. I'm not going to say it was better, but it wasn't no worse. And what was it, $8 versus $180? You know, I know it seems like I talk about the daggum bug out a lot. Got a big old bed of coals built up here, folks. But yeah, I spent some time today, too much time. We had a death in the family, an extended relative, and I really, honestly, I know it's horrible, but it's way too often the case this day and time. I didn't know the guy real well, but now people from all over people from Colorado and all over the place, I'm having to talk to them and, hey, where's this at? Where's that? You know, who's getting this? Who's got that? You know, lock this up because we're the next of kin, that kind of thing. And, you know, they got a good point, but I finally got to the point where people that were outside of that involvement were just kept crazy calling me, so I turned my phone off. And I went down in the woods with a new chainsaw. I appreciate that, Cliff. Like I say, you know, it's horrible. It happens a lot this day and time, but it was a guy, I wasn't real close to him or him to me, but it's still kinfolk. You got to respect that, you know. So I'm trying to do what I can for them, but at some point, man, people will drive you crazy. You had a death in the family yesterday too? Step-brother-in-law passed away. I'm sorry to hear that, Jeff. I really am. And it's like if it's somebody you had a relationship, it's a whole different subject, you know what I mean? Death either way is not an easy thing, but yeah, when the Kim folks start coming out, some of these I haven't seen or heard of in 30 years, and all of a sudden, bing, 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 phone going crazy. But let me show you something. Y'all want to see something right quick? I'm going to show you anyway, because I don't know what you're saying. Chunky monkey banana. That. You know, some trolls and passers-by, if it makes sense, sometimes it's funny. If it's ugly, and if it don't make sense, but I wanted to show y'all this. I know this ain't, well, I guess technically it kind of is a knife, but I've been testing on this thing a little bit, and this chainsaw has blown my mind. As you can tell, she's a big boy. She's a big boy. It's a big boy. And this chainsaw in a steel S-T-I-H-L, in a steel, it runs like $960. All right, get ready for this. This is a 60cc big boy, 22-inch, and I also got a 24-inch bar with it, with 2 Piranha chains, and I ordered some more chains because you never know how many chains you're gonna need. And this thing right here was $97. No joke. And the engine housing, everything about it, the power cell here, the engine is it is directly, everything is exactly the same, right down to the contours, as my Steel Farm Boss. And this was 97 bucks on Temu. Yep. Ting 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 ting. Well, when I tested it out today, well, you can see it's huge. When I tested her out today, I was thinking, I put my daggone motorcycle goggles on, my leather gloves, hearing protection, and I was really careful starting it because I didn't know if it was going to explode or something. I got this thing fired, and you know how steel, I'm a big steel guy, how steel has that ping, ting, ting sound to it. I know that probably sounded weird, but anyway, it has that ping, ting, ting sound to it. This sounds exactly like you just cranked the steel. And I cut up about 25 feet into 10 and 12-inch pieces of red oak, seasoned red oak, not punky red oak, seasoned red oak, in just a couple of minutes. This saw, my farm boss is in the shop getting rebuilt, and they're gonna do a little hot rod work to it, but this saw, as it sits, compared to my farm boss before it blew up, this saw will outcut that Steel Farm Boss any day. It blew my mind. I bought this saw because my farm boss blew up when I was doing Hurricane Helene cleanup. And I was like, I'm gonna get another saw, and I need another big saw. To get another saw is a backup saw. So I saw this one Thanksgiving. My father-in-law said one of his employees bought one, and he just absolutely loves it. So I said, hey, 97 bucks, I'll give it a try. I got knives that cost twice, 3 times more than that. So I bought it. And lo and behold, it is a monster. I mean, a serious monster. And there is a video that I have filmed or recorded that's gonna be edited and released on this thing. If you guys know anybody, or you yourself, if you're a homeowner and you don't own a chain, you need a chainsaw. If you got any trees, you never know what's gonna happen. For 97 bucks, my little teeny tiny steel lemming saw was like 199. And this thing would twist it in half. I mean, she is an all-out monster. And you'll see in the video, but I wanted to tell y'all about this in case you're looking for a saw, because it might be middle of the week before I can get everything done and the video uploaded. Look at those Temu saws. I know what you're probably thinking, because I was thinking the same thing at Thanksgiving when my father-in-law told me that. And my father-in-law, he has bought like 25 steel chainsaws in 1 year because he's in the property management in these big subdivisions in the mountains. And his guys, they punish saws. Well, one of them bought one of these. And he has been working the hound out of it. And it's doing good. Scab at Choir Boys Outdoors the other day had a sandwich cutting contest. MB Heritage Farm. Hey, how are you? Yeah, I got to get back over to that channel too. That's a good channel. You guys need to check these folks out. MB Heritage Farms. Man, there's so many good channels to watch. And I want to throw that out there again. I know y'all could get tired of me shouting out channels, but I tell y'all about stuff I watch. excuse me, and MB Heritage Farms and Spirit of the Outdoors. Oh, Justin over there, y'all got to check that out. And there's so many, I mean, just look at this stuff scrolling. I mean, there are tons of really good channels, and I love watching them. You know, I don't just watch, matter of fact, I don't watch a whole lot of knife channels. The only ones I watch are the ones in our little community. All the rest of them that are out there, the people that have 1 million subscribers, I don't watch them. And Mike's Life and I found another guy last night who I'd love to give a shout out to, but I'd have to go into my subscriptions to find him to tell you who he is. So he is Bushcraft Reloaded. You guys need to check him out. Yeah, it just came to me. I amaze myself sometimes. But if y'all need a chainsaw, again, email me. And if you're looking for a chainsaw, and I'll send you the link. It's not an associate, affiliate, whatever you call it, link. It's just a link to where you can find it. And you can take a look at it and see what you think. But she's a monster. Let's see. Oh, this knife right here, I was going to do a video on it today, but I wound up with another Frontier large Stockman. And I wanted to do a Saturday Stockman Stampede short in honor of Brother Terry. Bushcraft Rebooted was the channel, Cornbread. Yep, that's a kill. He's different than everybody else in that genre. You can ask him, if I'm lying, Mike, post he's a liar, okay? That's how I'm sure, because Mike and I were watching it last night and texting back and forth. The dude is awesome, and he knows how to deal with trolls. But this right here, I was going to do a video on it today, and I have carried the ever-loving snot out of this knife. As you can tell, I have scratched it up a little bit on the bolsters, and she's still, other than the scratches, it's still just like the day I bought it. You guys probably, a lot of you probably own these. But the blade on here is the Kershaw, somebody help me out. Kershaw, oh my God. It's a Kershaw, and it's a Barlow, and it's a really cool knife. And as far as budget bangers go, Culpepper, thank you, James Alton. I just drew a complete, and I do that pretty often. But that Kershaw Culpepper, I was thinking about starting a kind of a budget banger type, do a short once a week or something on knives I really like that don't cost a lot of money. First off, the blade on here, it's got that clip point, and it reminds me so much of a copper lock or some of the GEC type knives. And if you're looking for a real, not just telling you that this is a cool knife, but you know, heck, it's a killer knife. I love it. Yep, the chive and the leak are real. Well, the scallion. I've never had a scallion. James Alton spelled it wrong. I know what you're talking about, dude. As soon as I become perfect, I'll expect it from others, but I ain't never gonna be perfect. But that's a really killer knife. And right now, my plans for this one is I'm gonna spend a little bit of time cleaning it up, polishing those scratches out of it. The blade's not super scratched up, but I'm gonna polish it up, try to make it close to new, and I'm gonna send it on down the line and pass it along to somebody else. Let them enjoy it for a while. James Alton, I want to get me one of the Culpeppers. All right, James Alton, send an email to hunting4hookers@gmail.com. But I am going to polish it back up and everything before I send it. But James Alton, send me an email and I'll send you this knife. And you're going to love it. I'm positive. I want a copper Culpepper to shipwreck. Yeah, I saw, who was that did that? Was that Mike at Make Cutler Gary again did that? That was killer. I'm pretty sure it was Mike that did that. Hey, you guys give me just a second. I got to run up the shop right real fast. I'll be right back. Hang on. Hang on. Let me throw another stick of wood on here. She started getting a little weak. You know, you can't get the fire weak. You got to keep the fire up. And I'll give y'all something to look at while I'm gone, okay? Won't take me but a second. Ha! There you go. Now y'all got something to look at over my pretty face till I get back. I'll be right back. Any of y'all still here? Oh. You know, that right there might make a better live than looking at my mug. I'm trying to read. If you see my hat bill, I'm trying to read the comments. Hide from him, guys. I wanted to tell y'all, show y'all something. You guys probably familiar with seeing me do this stuff a good bit. The waxed canvas. And the way I do waxed canvas, I totally do complete penetration and I put a bunch of wax in it. And it makes it watertight. Well, this area that I call the Worldwide Hunting for Hookers headquarters, I'm about to do some work. I'm gonna put a roof over it with this stuff. Well, it's cool, man. I mean, all you gotta do is bend it up a little bit and it looks so awesome. And I'm gonna use this for the roof and the walls. Well, not this piece, but I have enough canvas and like 35 packs of wax. And that's what I'm gonna do because you know what? I think it probably fun. Don't you? What y'all think? Oh, they're saying, my God. There's a bear back there. There he is again. Peterbilt Knife Guy's here. Hey, man, how are you doing? Appreciate you dropping in. I've been watching this guy for forever, ever since pretty much he started. And you know how many times, while he's still in here before he gets gone, I have taken those tissue paper rollers and tried to do that. I took probably one of the easiest to sharpen, and as far as folders go, that one, the little Spyderco, I have taken that thing and polished that joker, just trying to do that. And every time I do it, I end up screwing it up and it goes pshing, or it falls off, or I guess I just need to practice and figure it out. I don't know. I see Bigfoot. Oh, wait, it's cornbread. Yep, it's cornbread. I got some big old feet, too. Hey, y'all, check this out. I still didn't show Mike. Bigfoot saw me, and no one believed him. I found that, and I had to buy it. It was just like perfect. I have many people murder a toilet paper roll. Yes, Lord. I've been successful a couple of times. Not trying to do it on YouTube or anything, just seeing if I could do it. And I've been successful a couple of times, but for the most part, it takes a sharp knife, and B, there's a little bit of a technique to it, you know, being able to cut it without it running away from you. Yeah, I appreciate it. I ordered this from Amazon, and they sent me one that had a big heart on it, and it says "Love Meme," M-E-M-E. So I gave that one corn muffin, and they gave me a replacement, and I didn't have to send that one back. So she got a free hoodie out of it. So hey, it was all good. Taco Bell does the same thing. Oh, I got to read this. I murder a toilet paper roll. Yeah, Taco Bell's done the same thing. Hey, y'all, I'm not huge on eating out, okay? But Corn Muffin and I went and we had to buy some plywood for a project we're doing for her, and we stopped at Popeyes. It has been forever since I've been to a Popeyes. And we went through the drive-through and looked at the menu, and just looking at the picture and the name, Louisiana garlic wings. I'm going to get the wings. So I got the wings and I order fries. Shouldn't eat the fries, you know, I'm kind of diabetic. But, you know, yeah, everybody needs to be subbed to Peterbilt Knife Guy. That dude's got some cool stuff going on. But, yeah, I got the Louisiana garlic wings. They're a little on the spicy side, but the flavor, I'm a wing nut. My favorite wings ever is like 3 or 4 of them on the menu at Buffalo Wild Wings. Those Louisiana garlic wings at Popeyes are the best wings I've ever eaten, hands down. Hello from Canada. Hey, how are you? The Wrights. That sounds really familiar. Yeah, somebody commented on the last live. Where were they from? Bangladesh. And I like, my God, they ship internets out to Bangladesh? Holy cow. Yeah, that's cool when you see people from India and China or wherever, and they're watching some hillbilly in South Carolina sit beside a fire and listen to a blue tick hound beller because he sees me up there and he wants out here. Yeah. He must have caught the whiff of something because that's his little tracking yelp he does. Cooper! Somebody let him out. Come here, Coop! I'm sorry I'm yelling at you guys. Oh, Mama let them all out on me. I'm probably about to get mobbed. But, yeah. Well, let's see, where we at, Jimmy? No, cornbread. It's garlic, lemon, pepper. No, I can't. Oh, don't run into the fire, Cooper, come here. I'm going to get him situated. Doing a live down here. Come here, boy. That's no problem. It's alive. Come here. No, you stay off the fire. And say, hey, what's up, y'all? Where's Cocoa Pup? Sorry, guys. Let him hunt. Oh, my God. He's got a mouth. Come here, Coco. Oh. Coco's dropping the deuce. Hang on. Coco. Come here, girl. Yeah, it's nighttime, and I don't like to have him out here too much at night. Come here, girl. Coco. Come here. Hey, girlfriend. No, Cooper's jealous. Come here, baby. Come here. Oh, you don't want to, you camera shy? But anyway, oh, there she is. Here's a Cocoa puppy. She's a mess. And here's my wife's little fat football. This is Luna. Yeah, you all right too. Your breath stinks. Go to mama. You smell like you've been eating the south end of a northbound mule. Who let the dogs out? Yep, mama let the dogs out. I see what you did. Uh-oh. Now I got to scroll back up, people. Coco got into Taco Bell. She'll eat anything. She's part chocolate lab and part goat. Ain't that right, dear? Coco will eat anything and everything. Oh, you want to come back? This little fat girl, she's shaped exactly like a football. She looks like a pig from head back. And her name's Luna. We'll say, hey. Say, what's up? Go back to mama. I know that's where you want to go anyway.
Come on, let's go.
Yep. As y'all probably tell, we were kind of really into fur babies. What do you do? Oh, well, bink, somebody, bink, bop, zapped them. Cliff Maynard, what's up? Luna. Yeah. Yeah, she's got a daughter that looks just like her, but she's got a wider collar. That's my wife hollering for the doggies. Coco's probably done found her another place to finish her business. Oh, she's calling Popo. All our dogs, well, Po, we call her Popo. Coco, obviously Coco. Peyton, call her Pepe. Now I'm lost. Anyway, that's the way it goes. We had a Chihuahua until here recently named Tater. He was 17 years old and he passed, and we called him Tay Tay. I know you guys want to hear this stuff. Oh, cats too. Yeah, got a bunch of outdoor cats. A bunch of outdoor cats. But I got a bunch of barns. We used to have a bunch of rat problems, and we don't have rat problems anymore. Ain't that amazing? My coffee got cold setting up yonder a while ago. But anyway, that's pretty much anybody that's late blooming or late coming. I was talking about because I've been getting emails and things, people asking me, the brass branding rod, branding iron, $27 on Amazon. And you can see how much bigger, let's get them side by side, how much bigger the stamp is. It's kind of a use on bigger products. $25. You just upload a picture of your logo, and it's dead perfect for $25. Now it's so big, I can't use a hammer or anything. I have to use a little arbor press, but the best way I have found to do it is sandwich it between two pieces of wood and clamp it in a vise. And it does, well, heck, I brought a sample out here. And it's not gonna show, where's the poo-poo? Yeah, it's a piece of scrap I had, and that's clamping it in a vise. It's actually very, very deep, but yeah, if I put a little stain on there, you could probably see it better. Anywho, it works really good. And they're really sharp. All the lines are sharp, really good. Oh, this looks like Korean. Yep. Wing Wonk was timed out by Chris Geary. Mangus Williams, Wicked Blades. Dadgum, I hear you. Looks good. I'm gonna have to get, yeah, I was telling them earlier, if you're late getting in here, if you'll send me an email to hunting4hookers@gmail.com, I'll share the links of where I got these on Amazon. They're not associate links or affiliate links or whatever you call that. I don't do that stuff, but I'll be glad to pass it along if you're interested. And the big one too, I've used it a couple of times as a branding iron. Works great. Cheesy Moon, 2 cats, 1 dog, all named for cheese. Cheddar, Colby, Jill was going to the Colby Jack, and Monty the Cheese Moon dog. Monty short for Monterey. That's putting some thought into stuff there, Patrick. I'm telling you. That's pretty dang good. We still got 44 people in here. This has got to be one of the most boring lives I've ever done. I just decided I'd hit the live button and hey, let's see what happens. Coming up on an hour too. Seems like I've been running my yap for 10 minutes. Mangus Williams, Wicked Blade. Oh, I love that. Super clean. Thank you for the recommendation on it. Okay. Super clean. Dude, now I'm going to tell you, that's one thing. I have had knives sent to me. Not usually not expensive. They're like, I got the whole set of Odenwolf knives that I'm supposed to do a review on and give a link to, but I'm kind of locked up because I don't like doing links. That's just my thing. And everything I've been given to do reviews on and whatnot, I had that super clean for quite a bit. And man, I use that stuff. I don't know if you're familiar with the CNC World coolant and all that coolant and grease getting back in the machines, back in the ball screws and amongst the ways and behind all the, it's sticky. And all those machines have cosmoline all over them because they come from Japan and Asia. And that stuff, and I've been doing that for 34 years. I have been troubleshooting and repairing CNCs for 34 years. And I've tried everything that's made. And I tried that super clean on it. Boom, cleaned it right up. I used the super clean on my smoker, thank you. My smoker, I had to tell my buddy thank you because he's not know that. But anyway, I used it on my smoker. And I used the Easy Off grill cleaner, the stuff they have at Sam's Club. It's made for cleaning smokers and grills, and all it did was smear that nastiness. And I sprayed the super clean in there, let it sit for like 10 minutes, rinsed it out with a garden hose. Perfect. So, I mean, I'm not getting paid by super cleaner now. I'm just telling you that if you got any heavy cleaning, degreasing kind of jobs, that stuff is amazing. I have used everything under the sun. It won't touch super clean. I send you an email for the information on the stamp. I'll get that answered as soon as this live ends. See, I like that stuff, man. Like, I do the I just had a breakdown. Commanders defeat lions. Anyway, but like I do the Blackstone videos, I'm going to be cooking anyway. So I pull my phone out and, it's just me. And my thinking is, maybe somebody's looking for YouTube. Hey, I'd like to try the Blackstone, but I'm not really sold on it, and I'm like, hey, I love my Blackstone. This is why I love and somebody might get their Blackstone and like it, And plus, I'm just making a video of what I'm doing. I'll send you an email for the information on the stamp cornbread. Good deal. Anybody that wants the information on those, if you want the information or link on this chainsaw, I'm telling you. I know, and this is not something that they sent me. This is something I bought to use as just a backup chainsaw. I figure, if your chainsaw breaks down, you got something to finish the job. I used this chainsaw for 3.5 hours, hard today. 6 tanks of gas, and filled the bar oil up 4 times. And dude, it is a monster. I mean, it's not heavy. Well, it's a little heavy, but that's the size. But it's not as heavy, really, I don't think, as my Farm Boss. And it does awesome. If you want that link, it's a Temu thing. I'll go to my order, and I'll see if I can send you a link. Just email me. I'll never understand how showers get dirty. I think it's all the soap scum and the funk off your butter bean and your feet and everything, and it all collects up on the sides. That's disgusting. I mean, seriously. I'm kind of if you saw my shop, and I'm usually always dirty because I'm always outside doing something, but I'm kind of freaky about stuff like your toilet and your shower and your kitchen sink, your kitchen counters. That's where you prepare your food and where you get rid of your food. That needs to be clean places, and you need to wash your butt at least a couple times a week, preferably a couple times a day, or at least once a day. Anyway, we off on another subject. Gomer's Knife Shop, have you broke in the 17-inch yet? Have you broke in the 17-inch yet? I'm trying. Now, are you talking about the little steel, the MS-170? It's a 16-inch saw, and oh yeah, it's broke in. I've had it for like 10 years, and that's a wicked saw, man. If you get one, oh, the 17-inch Blackstone. I'm sorry, Charles. But anyway, the Steel MS-170s kick butt too. Oh, it's a bad word. The Blackstone. No, I haven't broke down and gotten one yet. This is where my ADHD kind of comes in, and I'm making decisions, and I'm looking at the little tabletop 17-inch, and I'm looking at I think it's 22-inch Adventure, and I can't make my mind up because I don't want both of them, because I got the 36-inch, the big one on my little outdoor kitchen on the front porch. So I don't want both of them. I just want one of them, and I'm thinking the 17 is going to be really good for like your tailgate, going fishing and catch and cook, and going camping because it's so portable. So I'll eventually make my mind up, but right now I'm the biggest. It's hard for me to make my mind up, and I procrastinate about anything. Go 22, I've had both. See, every time I almost, like I was saying earlier, we went to Lowe's tonight to get some plywood for a project for my daughter. I came that close to throwing one of those 22s in the truck. They make a kit upgrade the MS-170 to an MS-290. Yep. Daggum, I'm trying to remember the model number of it. I want to say 360. I had a 360, and I was looking at the Farm Boss, and the Farm Boss had a deal with it where you get the Farm Boss and the upgrade bar and chain, which is you upgrade from 18-inch to 24-inch. And I sold a guy the MS-360. I think it was a 360. And I sold a guy the MS-360 for enough to buy the entire package for the Farm Boss. And I love the Farm Boss. But time will tell, just like the video I make, I'm going to point that out. Because anything can run good for a day. But so far, this little Temu deal has blown my mind. And I've been using a chainsaw since I was like 10 years old, I had a little home light with a toggle switch on it, and it was an awesome saw. If you ever run across one of the old home lights, kick. But MS-390, is that the one right below the Farm Boss? I can't never keep all these numbers straight. But yeah, I had a Husqvarna. It was a Rancher. I can't remember the number, and it was a pretty good saw. And when I got that the Farm Boss, my cousin, he does all his heat and everything with a chainsaw. His chainsaw blew up, so I gave him the Husky. Jeff, oh yeah, plenty of room on it. I think I have used it 3 times so far. Plenty of room. That's the 22, Jeff. 455. 455, is that the Rancher? We are off on I love talking chainsaw. Yeah, I was saying earlier before I put the chainsaw up, Scab at Choir Boys Outdoors had a sandwich. That's when the dogs came out. A sandwich cutting contest. I'm thinking, how can I cut a sandwich? So I made a potted meat sandwich and tagged Briar Patch Blades. Made a potted meat sandwich, and I put it out here on this table. And I fired up that daggum Steel MS-170 and cut the sandwich with it. And I was like, oh, well, that didn't work too good. So then I just cut the sandwich, I think with my spider cut, if I remember right. But I never did post it. I was late doing it. I wasn't trying to win anything. I was just trying to do something that was fun and funny. Old Mac 1010. Yeah, I've got a McCulloch, one of the old McCullochs over here in the barn. I got to buy a piston seal and gasket kit for it. The carburetor and all that's already done. But yeah, I'd like to get that old McCulloch running too. It's a good saw. Yeah, I was going to show y'all something else. Oh, you probably saw this today. Well, if you saw it today, it's a little Frontier Stockman, large Stockman. That's a killer knife. And let me open it up and show you the condition of the blades here. And Y'all ain't gonna believe in a billion years what I got in this one. And it's dark out here and I can't see the nail nicks. Where you at? There it is. It don't have the long nail nicks, but I really dig long nail nicks. Some people don't, I do. But look here. Other than fingerprints all over the place, it's a brand new knife. It's one of the Frontier, the Ireland Frontiers. Wiggle it back and forth. Anybody want to take a guess? Nah, I'll go ahead and tell you. I got $8 in that. $8. It was on a auction, and I just placed a bid. High bid was like $4 or something. I put in $10 and I won it for $8. And it is factory brand new. I really dig it. And it's green. Thanks, you guys. Well, that sounded weird. Thanks, you guys. Color is your favorite. You like green? I couldn't believe I got that knife for that. That is a killer knife. Color is my favorite, Louis. I've never owned a big Stockman. Yeah, I got well, all the Stockman I got are large Stockman, K75s. I don't know how many of them I got. I don't know how many of them I got. I can't think. It's like 6 or something like that. And I got the 301 buck. I really like it. I got a bunch of Stockmen, but that one right there, I don't have any that are factory brand new that's this age for $8. Well, there was shipping too. It was like $4.95 shipping. But green's your favorite color. Well, you might wind up with a green knife here pretty soon, because I got a slip to send you too. All I got to do to your slip now is put the sheen stuff on it, and it'll be done. Mine too, Louie. Yeah, Mike's favorite color is green. Mike likes those mini trappers and peanuts, and I would like to like the mini trappers and peanuts more if I could dig the blades open. Gomer's Knife Shop. Have you dated that knife? Nope, I have not. I have no idea how old it is. All I know is it's a Frontier Ireland, and that's pretty much all I know. And it doesn't have the powder horn. It's just Frontier on the yeah, you see that. It's not focused real good, but you can see what it says. G-Man, they're solid. Wait, not flashy, just solid. Yeah, they kind of remind me a whole lot. I've got 3 or 4 of the Colonial large Stockman. They kind of remind me of that. Just dang good knives, you know. And yeah, I was talking to Terry. He's doing well, by the way. I was talking to Terry the other day, and I was trying to think when I started. I didn't actually sit down and just count everything, so I don't know. But I've gotten everything, not counting my Rough Riders and Civivis and stuff like it, just American made, you know, just my collection, so to speak. I'm not a collector. And I've got it down to around 45 or 50 knives now. I'm enjoying that, because now when you got all those knives, and I'm a user, I'm not a collector. You can't use them all, you know. But there are other people who can. So I've been gradually sending some knives out to different people and different things. I traded a few knives. I've sold a few knives. I'm still sitting on the dough. I gotta place an order. And it's going to take a couple of months to get the knife. But I just I didn't want to just pour more money, more overhead into it. So I used the money from knives I sold, and that smoke's about to kill me. And I'm going to place an order for a Winkler Blue Ridge Hunter. And I'm going to get with God Almighty, I forgot his name again. Very good knife company. And he's got another one, a newer one that just dropped, and I'm gonna get one of those. And they're not gonna cost me a dime because I'm using money that I sold knives to get. So y'all heard Cornbread say that right. He needs knife donation. No, he don't. I I it blew my mind. I've had knives sent to me. I'll talk about, man, I like this buck 192, and bam, Mo sends me a buck 192. Then Buck makes a buck 104 called the Compadre. It's a bushcraft type knife, and bam, Brian from Brian's Knife sends me one of those. I'm like, you gotta stop this. You know, you don't have to do that. Need more Remington knives. Man, more Remington knives is a good problem to have. I love those things, especially the big ones, the jumbo trappers and stuff. I love those things. I use that Kershaw Elite in the kitchen at times, Cornbread. Yeah, the Kershaw Elite is one of those. I had two of them. I had an orange one and a blue one. I think it's blue. Anyway, I had two of them. Oh, that's my wife with the dog. I heard her, and I thought that gum coyote was done eating cats. But I broke the blade on the Kershaw, on the orange one, and I gifted the other one to somebody else. They might be watching. I can't remember. I can't keep stuff straight. A Magna Cut Elite. I bet that's one heck of a knife. That Cooper, my lord. That's more of like his tree bark, you know. And when he gets on the trail or something, he gets real high pitched and he never stops. I can imagine a Magna Cut Elite. Oh my goodness, that's probably one heck of a knife. Because Elite, period, is one heck of a knife. And I say Magna Cut because I'll be honest with you, I don't subscribe to all the different steels. All I know is I've had a couple of Magna Cut knives. They are boss. And like this thing right here, I've got a couple of knives. One is a SOG Seal XR, and the other one is this Manix 2 XL Spyderco in S90V. Well, the SOG is S35VN, but anyway, I believe that it is what it says it is. But for what I need, I sharpen a knife if it gets dull, so it's not a big deal. But these things hold an edge. It is really remarkable. Because I've never been a big subscriber to all the super steel stuff and all, but it really is super steel. But yeah, 440 or super steel, I'm happy either way. Or 1095 any carbon, I'm good. And this has just turned into a blah, 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 like all my lives do. You can do surgery with that thing. Yeah, I can just imagine. The leak is so well. That's a Ken Onion knife, isn't it? I believe it. I'm pretty sure it is. But man, when I first started doing leather, which I haven't been doing leather that long anyway. When I first started doing leather, I was using a leak to cut leather and all. It's like it was made for it. That pinpoint accuracy with that daggone Warncliffe, it's insane. Schrade and Remington, yeah. Now I've heard that Schrade is making American-made knives again, and I've run across a couple on Amazon. Is that like a spin-off that somebody else is making them and stamping Schrade, or is that really Schrade that's doing that? I don't know. Yeah, it is. That's cool. Chris, hang on. Monkey Chris, I got an old timer with your name on it. What kind of Remington you want to trade? Okay, it doesn't matter to me. I do love Barlow's. Last live I got this one, and I just cleaned this stuff out of my pocket to keep from, setting beside the fire, and this stuff was getting hot. But I got that, and in my last live, I opened the package up right here, and it's been slid down in my side pocket ever since. And I've never really been huge on Barlows, but I dig them. You know, people change, your taste changes, and I really dig that thing. I like that kind of it's like the Kershaw, that that style of clip point blade. I like that. I don't like knives with that Aladdin's boot, you know, that swoopy up tip thing. I just, that's not my thing. But the generational series USA made, I don't know who is making them. Yeah, that you said that generational, and I remember that now because those are the ones I saw. The Chris Gear depends on what it is, Justin. I sent you. He sent you some pics. Got some pics going. Mike's Life, you still in here? Let's see where we at. 75 minutes. I'm gonna call this in a minute. The last one went 3 hours and 44 minutes, and that's not tonight, folks. I don't have enough to talk about, and tonight will be the night to do that because last time it was like 19 degrees. Gary Callahan, Stuart Taylor sold Taylor blades so someone could have bought Schrade back for the U.S. I know you don't, Mike. There's a bunch of you guys, man. I could just sit out here and boil water and y'all would stick around. I appreciate that because I'm not doing this for watch hours or watch time or whatever. I just get out here, you know, like you guys are sitting here and we just BS. I wish I could hear what you guys are saying, but Angie F was timed out by Chris Geary for 86,000 seconds. Is that what that means, 86,000 seconds? Were they on the grassy knoll or something? Yes, we would. Okay, I wasn't. It's supposed to get downright cold up here this week. Yeah, gosh. They're saying here there's some sort of a Arctic something coming through. It's like coming down from Russia. And it's not supposed to get over 30 degrees any day this week and get down as low as possibly single digits, 8 or 9 degrees. And if it's that cold, I ain't gonna be sitting out here. We might do a live if it's that cold. You know, it'll be in the shop with the heater going. 24 hours. Oh, that's what 86,000 seconds. Yeah. Polar vortex. Thank you. I appreciate that. What did I say? The Arctic something or other. Yeah, it's polar vortex. Jeff Jackson. Tuesday it's supposed to be -7 in the morning. You know, I always say if it gets below like 20 degrees, it's just cold. The number don't matter anymore. But when it drops below 0, that's a whole brand new level of cold. I haven't experienced that many times, but yeah, it's the kind of cold that hurts. Maximum sentence is what I go for. Oh, Mangus Williams, Wicked Blades. I heard that about, let me scroll back down and get mine, about Baron's Son. If it's true, I'll get some. Heard that about Baron's Son. What did you hear about Baron's Son? Because I'm a big Baron's Son nut. Wind chill is going to be worse. Yeah. Yeah, we got our weather people down here. They'll tell you what the temperature is going to be. And the real feel will be, if the temperature is 12 degrees, the real feel is cold, you know? The Challenge Master. Where is bro at? I don't know, man. He was here a little while ago. I think he went over yonder somewhere. Could be wrong. I was in 60 below 0 once in my life. And it was the worst thing I ever experienced. Oh, Jesus, I can imagine 60 below 0. I was hooked for a little while on the Ice Road Truckers. That -25, -35 stuff. I can't wrap my brain around that. Well, on -60. And I had an uncle who was stationed in Nome, Alaska. They had a Hawk missile base up there aimed at Russia. I don't know what's up there now, but he was up there in the 70s. and he would tell stories about -50, -60 and stuff. I'm like, nah, that's all right. Barron's son is bringing Shrey back to the USA. Well, heck, if Barron's son's going to be making Shrey knives, I might have to pick some of them up now. I've hunted -15 weather. Nah, not me, but I'm just, I try to tough it out. I try to be rough and tumble kind of guy, but I have hunted in like 12 or 14 degrees before, you know, when your boogers run into your mustache and it goes poof, you know, and you got a booger mustache, spiky thing going. Nah, I'm not doing that no more. I'm only like 30 miles from a grocery store. I love hunting, but I don't love hunting that much. Now, if I had to do it, that's another subject. Gomer's Knife Shop, okay. Old timer 2, old timer, I mean. Huh. Well, I would imagine it's going to be the old timers. I don't know if this is like I'm brand new to the subject, but I would imagine anything Shrey makes, they'll be making some versions of it. -15 hunting a heater. Yeah, you dang right. I'll be in the truck with the engine running when y'all get back. Luke Boyd, bro, drop your best life advice. Oh my gosh, my best life advice. Be a decent human being. Be yourself. Don't be something that everybody wants you to be. Have fun. Respect other people. And remember, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. If you got that going, everything else is much easier, you know. Mike's Life was my source. Yes, sir, Gomer's Knife Shop. See, I get to reading these and I scroll back up. What are they talking about? And then I got to scroll back down. I'm way behind again because I'm slow. Okay, I'm kind of caught up now. Luke Boyd, you the man. Thanks, Luke. I appreciate that. That's high praise for a low feller, but just keep trying, Bo. Never give up. The golden rule, brother. Yep. Do unto others and run. Now, here, when I saw that, I knew Mike was going to have something to put on the end of it. Why, hi there, brother. How you doing? We got Mr. Dwayne from Clark's Kentucky Knives in. Yeah, I never intended this thing to be like a midnight serenade, but hey. Yeah, I just showing the, I figured I'd do this because Knife Monkey texted me earlier and said, are you live tonight? I thought about it. I said, yeah, I'll talk about these leather stamps and this branding iron and this mega chainsaw that just blew my mind from Temu of all places. I'm finer than frog hair, man. I ain't no complaining going on over here. I hope everybody is. The rights. My advice is to keep it between the ditches. There you go. Now I'm sitting here with a Barlow flipping a little pin blade open. Y'all ever do that? I know y'all do. But yeah, I've in case you just got here, I've kind of about given up on the through night flashlights. Well, not giving up on them, but I don't know where I stuck it. Stand by. I had my through night is the one, it was the one charged flashlight when I did my I Got Lost video. And it was charged, it was plugged in the truck. And I unplugged it. And I had that thing on bright trying to figure my way out of the woods. And it gets really, really hot when it's on bright. And after about 5 minutes, it died. Up until then, I've been like, yeah, that's pretty good light. Yeah, man. You know, that kind of thing. But when you get one of those positions where you need a flashlight, and yeah, 5 minutes, man, I just ain't cutting it. And I was saying too that this light, this is the Olight. I keep forgetting the daggum model number of it. I5R EOS, kind of a purplish blue light. It's jam up. I really like it. It's not quite as bright as the Olight Archer, but it's bright as heck. And I'm frantically looking for the, and hey, remember these? Yep. Barlow Blades started talking about these. $1.98 at Walmart. I bought a bunch of these. They're everywhere. All right, I must have dropped it in one of my pockets. We'll find it in a minute. The battery. That's what I was going to point out a little while ago, because the only thing I have against this Olight is it has a rechargeable battery in it. You know, you got to take it apart, take the battery out, and the battery's got a C-type port on the side. That's the only thing I'm not crazy about, because every time I take something apart, like right now, I lose something. I have to look for it. I'll find it, but because it's right here. But you're in your vehicle and you got to charge your light. You got to take the light apart, take the battery out, plug the cable into the battery, and put it somewhere, and then put all this somewhere, put it back together, and put it somewhere. Then when it's charged up, you got to take it all back apart. And I mean, when you're on the go, when you're going from here to there and you're traveling and whatnot, that kind of sucks, you know. But overall, I like this little Olight better than the 3-knot Archer, for the simple reason it don't get so hot you can fry an egg on it like the 3-knot does, and the battery lasts a whole lot, probably 5, 6, 7 times longer than the 3-knot Archer. So yeah, this is what I wish it was orange like my 3-knot, but that's what I'm rocking right now. And now what did I do with that battery? It's probably laying on the ground right here. I'm gonna have to find it, you know. I'm gonna quit looking, because I know it's laying, oh, there it is. I see it. It's under the table. I'll get it in a minute. But see, that's what I'm talking about. You have to take stuff apart to charge it, and then that's proof right there. Dang trolls. Good content. I appreciate it, Liam. Ha. I only buy flashlights with batteries. I don't trust rechargeable. That's a really good point, because I got several flashlights. That's one thing. You know, these little lights, and I got these things everywhere. They run off a couple of AA batteries, and dude, they last forever. I mean, they hold a charge forever. They're not the super, well, you can tell they're bright. They're not the super brightest thing in the world, but they're plenty bright enough when you need a flashlight. And yeah, there's a lot to be said for that's like, I don't have any rechargeables in my bug out bag. I've got 4 flashlights in there and a big wad of batteries, because it's a lot easier to change the batteries than it is to find a place to plug a charger up, you know. All right, let's see who we are. Bro, I see Spot. I see Spot, just as now. Blinded by the light. Yep. Y'all see, y'all can't see Wilbur, can you? Bear. Yeah, I gotta cut 6 of those out tomorrow and paint them. People love that stuff, dude. What can I say? This thing has built a bed of coals that's just totally unreal, man. This is more entertaining than looking at me anyway. Haha. Hell, I've thought about just building a fire and getting it going like this, and just let it sit here and do a lot. Just let it do its thing. And there's something about like, especially this time of year. Tonight it's not very cold at all. It's probably in the mid 30s, mid to high 30s. But it gets cold. Just coming out here and building a fire, sitting in a chair and just sit here and just watch it. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's why I started doing this. The lives like this and my little knife sharpening videos and all that. Because this is what I do anyway. So 26. Where is it you're at, Jeff? I keep wanting to say that it's upstate New York, but I know that's where Jason Beecher and Chris Geary. I mean, there's a bunch of you guys. Chris Geary. Chris Geary's in Michigan, aren't you? Man, it's hard for me to keep all this straight. I have three. I have three plats all. I'm see what you're saying now. Took me just a second. Are we hunting wabbits? I don't know. I'm in a rabbit trail. That's for darn sure. 33 here, upstate New York. Yeah, I thought you were up there with Jason Beecher. There's somebody from in Michigan. I can't remember who it is. Oh my gosh. Beaver Baron. About 500. What's it? Pittsburgh. You a Steelers fan, man? I hope it doesn't hurt our friendship, but I'm a lifelong Cowboys fan, even though they suck. But Chris does give me Michigan vibes. I don't know if that's really a cut down. I mean, so yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't even mention. I got the dubious pleasure. I got a voicemail, and the voicemail was from Brother Randy, Georgia Adventure, and he wanted me to give him a call. I gave him a call, and man, we had a nice conversation with him and Miss Linda. The only downside of the conversation is Brother Randy lost his father, and I called him in the middle of the funeral, which was, yeah, and but yeah, he called me right back. He said, "Nah, man, ain't no problem. It's been a long time coming, but still, that's his daddy." So I appreciate you guys say a little prayer for Brother Randy and his family, because anytime you lose a parent, man, it's horrible. Yeah, and Randy and Miss Linda. Oh man, it's like Terry and Miss Sweet Pea. I mean, they're just such sweet people. Talk about grass growing anytime. Yeah, that's kind of what this is becoming, I think, isn't it? Or has already become. I kind of feel like Ryan R.H. Blade and Shade. He'll say what he's wanting to say, and everybody keeps talking, and he keeps talking. It's like you don't know when to stop because you don't want to cut nobody off. And yeah, I'm enjoying it because I'm going to be sitting right here anyway. And you kind of never know when to stop it. But I'm looking at the timer and I'm at 93 minutes right now. So yeah, it's coming here real fast, guys. It is midnight. It's midnight somewhere. Y'all want to talk food? You need to try the Louisiana garlic wings at Popeyes. Start say IHOP at Popeyes. That's the only food I got to really talk about right now. Third world wonder. YouTube is proud to welcome back all TikTok refugees. Yeah, I heard today. Matter of fact, it was my daughter. See, I got a TikTok channel too. And just real quick, I'm not going to get deep into this. I had a TikTok channel, and the name of it was Blue Collar American. And you can imagine what I talked about on there. And it got, I think the last time I looked, because I shut it down, but it's still on because it belongs to the Chicoms. And, it goes down when they want it to go down, I guess. But I don't contribute to it. I don't even remember how to get in there anymore, passwords and all. But it got like 28,000 followers or something like that, and every one of them were snakes and venomous vipers and people that hate your guts and want you to die. And I got tired of that crap. And I was like, I don't need this. And but when I started hunting for hookers not long after, I started putting some videos on TikTok, and I'm like one community guidelines violation from getting kicked out of there because I and yeah, there's that. And I think if they're going to get nuked here in a couple of days and be banned in the United States, I'm going to put up another video for old time's sake. You know what I'm saying? I made deer smash burgers with over easy egg and bacon. Oh, you got any left? I'm not that far away, seriously. You're just, well, you're a little piece down the road, but you're not a long way. Yeah, I hope it's. Yeah, that's me. I can't do TikTok. I mean, I put you hunting for hooker stuff on TikTok, but I don't care. I mean, I get a lot of comments and views on some stuff I don't. But I haven't honestly been over there in probably over a month to look at it, so it might not even be there now. I don't know. Don't really care, to be quite honest. Nope, I eat it all. Well, I ate all my daggum Louisiana or garlic wings. All 6 of them. That was good timing for hiccup. Found a good deal on Skull tonight, too. Wonder if I get banned on YouTube for that. We were watching Kodiak Edge. And last night, before we found Bushcraft Rebooted, good channels. Y'all go check them out. We were watching Kodiak Edge, and the old boy whipped out his Ruger single 6, and he was showing, he does some really killer content. Kodiak Edge. And he whipped that thing off, and YouTube nuked him. Hit that super chat button at coffee code 24/7. Nah, y'all don't have to hit super chat stuff. I do have that turned on just to see what happens with it. Anything that goes in there, I'm gonna turn it into stuff to give away on lives or whatnot. If stuff winds up, I think so far it's got like $7 in it or something. But don't feel obligated to hit it. It's just a test kind of thing. Trevor Wilson. So how do the gun tubers make money? Well, first of all, if you're a gun tuber, they don't have a gun tuber on live. And a lot of times you'll make gun videos, and I just put a dip in on the camera. that's kind of nasty. But anyway, gun tubers don't make money on ads on YouTube, but they have other gigs, affiliate links and sponsorships and all, where they make money. But a lot of stuff like Grand Thumb, he's a big gun tuber, and he does some really outlandish stuff with guns on there. Every one of his videos gets demonetized, but YouTube's still making a fortune off of him. But they demonetize him. But he's got so many sponsorships and everything. I swear, I'm not a rich man. Don't ever want to be a rich man, because I've met a lot of rich men. A few of them good, but if I was rich, I'd probably die because I'd be stupid. And if it ever becomes solely about money, I probably quit. If it someday becomes partly about money, maybe, but I don't have any plans built that way. Man, that thing started roasting like crazy. Y'all see that? Good Lord. I'm gonna have to move over a little bit again. Y'all tell me when you're sick of looking at me. I don't know what happened. It's almost like that piece right there has got a spot of daggum rosin, or I don't know what it is. But it's like flaming up right there in that one spot. Is that not weird? It's almost like a fat wood flame up. Yeah, we're looking hard for Hickok. Yeah, Hickok 45 hadn't had a monetized video since the cows come home. Yeah, yeah, he does cover a lot of this, but the Frostmans are pretty good, Chris. Hold on, let me find out what Frostmans. Chris Skulls Snus. Is that snus or snooze? I just did a plain old upside down fine cut Winter green. That and a bounce between this and Copenhagen snuff. I just got my shop TV connected. You're in the big screen. Oh my Lord. You better turn that thing off. You'll be buying a new TV. I'll break the screen. I hope you're doing good tonight, brother. Yeah, I was getting tickled out of our text messages about straightening up the shop and everything. And I come home and I walked in the shop and I started working. Next thing you know, I'm sitting there looking at it and I ain't getting nothing done. You'll dip. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say something, Mike, but I'm gonna leave you alone on that one. Yep. Yeah, it's a lot easier to sit there and plan, what you gonna do, than to actually do it. And like you were saying, I had so much stuff in the shop, don't have nowhere to put it all. So a lot of it's stuffed up in Rubbermaid containers in the loft in there. And I got the shop cleaned up, and then I took the first Rubbermaid container down and started going through stuff. And I'm like, one thing, do I want to keep this or get rid of it? An hour later, I'm going to get rid of it. No, I'm going to keep this one. And it's taking forever to go through one tote. So I feel for you, Brother Dwayne, because I'm going the same thing right now. You've been on my 85-inch TV since you started. Oh my God. Make sure I'm gonna get no booger comments. Trevor Wilson is a reference to deer hunting. Oh. Old Coopy and them's back out here. What are you doing, girls? Oh, Coco looks evil. Green glowing eyeballs. Well, guys, I think it might be about time to end it. I've kind of run out of stuff to talk about. I bet you don't have a cast iron water meter cover in your shop. Oh, I do, thanks to dear old dad. A cast iron water meter cover. Hey, I'm not going to down it. I got some crazy stuff. I don't think I have a cast iron water heater or water meter cover. I do have a bunch of cast iron pans and pots. I'll tell you a little quick story before we get out of here. I have a Griswold 6-quart Dutch oven, and it belonged to my grandmother. And somewhere along the lines of it being stored after she passed away and everything, the lid got broken, and I took it to a guy to repair it and do the welding and the grinding, and he's like, you won't be able to tell it when I get done. And when he got done, you couldn't tell where that thing was broke. And I thought, man, that's cool. And I was just going to put it up. I was going to put a shelf in the kitchen above the sink and set it up there. And in the process of picking the lid up and setting it on the pot, the piece that was broke off before went and broke off. So I have been on a search for a Dutch oven lid since. So I'll go looking for these Dutch oven lids. And you can find Dutch ovens everywhere that don't have a lid. So I'm thinking, I found a Wagner. Man, that's a good deal on a Wagner Dutch oven. And I need a lid for my Griswold, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this one. That way, if I run across either one of the lids, I at least got one Dutch oven. Well, long story short, I got like 8 Dutch ovens, and none of them have a lid. Yeah, that's the hardest part to find. Uh, Up, I'm cool. I have a '69 Ford Charter SS, Alabama. Yeah, and that's just one example, Dwayne. I've got, oh my gosh. Yeah, I get into stuff like that, and it's like that perpetual treasure hunt. That well, by perpetual means it never ends. And yeah, I've got griddles, cast iron griddles, where I've got the bottom and not the top, or I've got the top, not the bottom, and the top I have won't go with the bottom I have. I got all kinds of cast iron stuff. Frying pans, I got every size frying pan you can ever dream of. And I followed the guy on YouTube. He was taking like Lodge pans and taking a random orbital sander and sanding the inside of them to make them good and smooth and everything. And to be honest, it might be sacrilegious talk to some people, but if you do that and you get her seasoned up real good, it's every bit as good as a Griswold or a Wagner. The thing about the Griswold and Wagner pans, they have the ring on the bottom, so they fit in the eye of an old-fashioned wood burning stove. And I also have 2 wood burning stoves. Another story. One of them my grandmother's, and if you're familiar and you're old enough to know, which somebody from like Kentucky, like Brother Dwayne, might know the term Pioneer Princess. I've got a Pioneer Princess with the water tank on the back of it. So you build a fire, you heat and you water on the back. Got a little valve you open and close. Uh-oh, I missed something. Smoke ring, yep. And Kodiak Edge. There's the fella I was telling y'all about a while ago. Y'all need to go check him out. We were watching him last night, and he was showing a little single 6 Ruger, and I used to have one, and I still have the 22 long rifle cylinder. But anyway, long story. But he was showing it, and I was like, man, that's cool. I like, yeah, his has got a longer barrel than mine, and it dawned on me. And I put it down at the bottom. I said, don't show that on a live, and it was too late. The YouTube freaking thought police had done seen him. But he's got really good content. Y'all need to check Kodiak Edge out. He's a good guy, too. Bubba gave it away to someone else. Chris Geary. There you go. There's a link. Thank you, Chris. And this guy, man, I'm just going to tell you, and it's not because he's here on this live. Ow. Not because he's here on this live. Kodiak Edge, and I'm sorry, brother, but your name is slipping my mind. But a lot of these guys that I talk to all the time, I forget their names. It's just my brain or lack thereof. But he's got some really killer content. He does a lot of restoring, repairing, handle work. Go check him out. Give him a sub. This dude should have way more subs than he has. Can you whistle? Let me get back. Whistle like a diesel. I don't know how a diesel whistles. Gordon. Is his name, or is your name Gordon Kodiak? I know I heard you mention it on there. And another thing I'll point out too, Gordon it is. The other night I was watching one of his lives. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And he had a SM Louisiana garlic wings. They're fighting. But I was watching, and one thing I love to do, and Mike's life can attest to this because I drive him crazy when we're on the phone, is I'll just sit there and mindlessly finger pick and strum little notes and do little things on the guitar. Well, Kodiak Edge was doing that, and he was singing along, playing some Guns N' Roses and stuff, and it's kind of like what I shouldn't say what I preach because I'm no person to preach, but it's like what I tell everybody. Have fun and be yourself and do what you like to do. And that's what he does. If y'all subscribe, you'll like him. And I'll quit screaming over you, Kodiak. Gordon. You need to do sundown next time you do a guitar video. Yeah, Gordon Lightfoot. Yeah. Gordon, it was nice seeing you on live last night. Yep. Trevor, I got a 6469 Trapper and a tested mother of pearl pen knife. Man, 64 to 69 Trapper. I've been looking for, I ain't gonna say it. Because I'll say it and something he'll want to wind up in the mailbox. You're good, Mike. Done deal on it tonight. Yeah, yeah, he said that 64 to 69. First thing I thought of, I had a 68 fastback Mustang, 428 Cobra Jet. That was a wicked car. And like an idiot, I sold it. I got $11, Chris. Never mind. That's an old joke. Yeah, I'm starting to feel, I said it a while ago, like a half hour or so ago. Brian tries to, what do I do next? Yeah, I guess I should end the live, but everybody's still chatting and talking, and I get into reading their stuff, and it's just like you just keep going and going. Chris, what kind of knives you like? Trevor Wilson. Yeah, that's a good question, Chris. Picked up a 24 to 45 Queen Jack knife with full blades. Yeah, you playing in the deep end of the pond there, buddy. Did y'all hear that? Please, somebody tell me y'all heard that. It sounded just like a hen turkey put. Well, I didn't do it again. I haven't heard it again. He don't like rooming Alton James. You heard that, James? Did you? It sounded just like a turkey, didn't it? Out here at midnight. Yeah, y'all get ready, old brother Mickey at Hillbilly Ridge. You about to see some daggum turkey videos, son. Come find out the dude that I'm not gonna just keep this up, but the guy is on the pro staff. Well, I'll just say a major call company. I would never have known it. He's got a video where him and his wife, Miss Jenny, double up on a turkey hunt. He is like one heck of a caller, and he sent me one of these turkey calls. It's like a prototype call from this company that I'm not going to mention. I'm going to leave that up to him. And now I need to watch some of his videos and teach me how to use it, because I suck at turkey hunting. Alabama, Chris, our buddies, Trevor. He'll give me those knives before he sells or trades with you. Where is he from? Who is he? Oh, you talking about Mickey, Hillbilly Ridge? He's in Kentucky. He's from between Easley and Greenville, South Carolina. We met at the Wagon Wheel between Easley and Pickens at the Case store, the Wagon Wheel. And if you've never been there, Monkey, man, that's a good close place for you to go check out. I mean, it's a retail store. There are awesome knives in there. I mean, knives you would think would be $150, $200 you can pick up for $80, $90. There are knives in there. We're talking 1800s knives and stuff that are $5,000. They run the gamut. Brand new knives, users. You want to get one to use at work. Yeah, they got that. They got everything. I mean, it's wild. But you need to check that out, Monkey. Kodiak Edge, get that crow call out, cornbread. Yeah, yeah. I can get turkeys to gobble on the roost. You know, so I got 98,000 acres of public land, literally right here, and I can go up in there and I can locate like the night before after they roost, hit the crow call. A lot of times I go up there with have you ever seen the old gobbler things, the big old rubber? I would tell you what it looks like, but this is family friendly. and I go up there with one of them, go up there with a crow call. I have used a coyote call. I have called coyotes in with a turkey call. But I can't call a freaking gobbler in if my life depended on it. I can get them called in, and you'll be sitting there and you don't hear nothing. Well, I'm gonna call a couple more times. Right beside you, and you almost have a freaking coronary, and then you're like, all right, let's go into game mode. And you're trying to get him around where you can see him, or and you never hear it again. That's the story of my turkey hunting life. I know y'all wanted to hear that. I picked up an old timer folding hunter in Florida. I got a folding Uncle Henry when I got back home. Oh, hey. Folding hunters, jumbo trappers, all that's I love that stuff. As a matter of fact, well, I want to do this without y'all seeing something, or without YouTube seeing something. Don't look. Let's take this and set it over here on the table. This I'm going to show you. I did a couple of shorts with this thing, and I was waiting to. I took some of those Amazon or Temu. I used one with my work knife videos, the EDC pouch. I took one of those, what I didn't like about it, what I did like about it, and I made a pattern based on it, cut it all up and everything, and came up with this. And buddy, I am tickled to death. This is probably the most useful thing I've ever made in my life. And you might laugh, but she's thick. It's just 3-ply 10-ounce leather with 4-ounce leather on the front here. And this right here is actually a pocket, but I'm still thinking about adding some stuff to it. But yeah, I kind of re-engineered what they had, and some of the ideas I reused in mine. And man, it's the thing. See, the one I use at work, I have to run the belt through here and across here because it's real super mega flimsy. This thing right here is, well, it's thick as heck. You can see that. I love it. I had to pull it off my belt to show you, but a lot of people, he don't really carry all that stuff. Yeah, he does. Probably right now, my most favorized, just slip joint. But this one I made kind of like the Temu. It's a little bit bigger, a whole lot thicker, and I got a pocket in the back so I can put a memo pad in there and a pen. So it's got everything I need. My Leatherman, well, my flashlight's usually here, but it's laying over here till I find my battery. And it worked out real good. So moral of this entirely too long story is that when I made this, I cut a whole bunch of templates and I glued stuff and taped stuff together to get it right. And I have a finished template. So if you do leather work, or if you want to just goof around and see what you can make, if you'll let me know, I can send you a copy of the template for this, and you can just cut it out, stitch it together, and rock. I think I might send one to Aaron A-Dub. He's sending me a template for his Bond Arms Derringer holster, belt holster. He's got a killer belt holster, and I'm gonna make one of those. If you got a template, anything's easy. Chief, I bet I know why he was timed out. Don't buy on TV. Yeah, I don't know where. Oh, you didn't see the chainsaw, did you? There's a video coming out about it. It's everything from taking, and a bunch of wood and everything. Yeah, watch it. But yeah, that I can't remember. I think it was a bunch of Temu stuff and Amazon, the little ED. You can get for like $6 or $8. They're made out of that pleather, fake leather, and I still use one at work. I've been using it over a year, but it's so flimsy. like I said, you got to bring the belt through here and across the front, because if you bring it like I'm carrying this one, I bring the belt in here, the back, and then bring it through this one. If you do that one like that, it'll fold up on you because it's so flimsy. This one, you ain't gonna fold it up. She's a beast, a thick beast. And believe it or not, I made all that, well, most of that out of scraps. Put ulti clips on it. You know, I thought about that, Gordon. I really did, because I've got 15 or 20 ulti clips. I've got a bunch of fixed blades that come with them, and I haven't ruled out making something like that with ulti clips. The next thing I make, like I was telling you, Aaron is sending me the pattern that for his Derringer. There's gonna be a Derringer part right in here with a knife on it, and a Leatherman and a flashlight. And that's probably have to wear suspenders, but it'll be okay. That I froze the chat. Now it's like, yeah, get caught back up. Thank you, Jeff. It's just goofing around, you know. And like I try not to make anything perfect, which is not to say that I could begin with. But I make it where it's usable. You can see the stitching. It's okay. It's strong, but it's not, you know, perfect and each stitch angled and all that. Like, a lot of these guys, man, they are artists with this stuff. I make stuff that's utilitarian that I need to use. Oh, and that's what my branding iron will do. This, where'd it go? That right there. $27 on Amazon. How you gonna beat that? I looked at some that were that plastic acrylic or whatever, and they were twice that much. You want the template? Shoot me an email, man. I need to get a new email. I've gotten a lot of people's addresses. I have your phone number, a lot of people's phone number, but I started keeping everything in my contacts on my phone where you go call people, and a lot of them I have in saved folders in my email. So if you don't mind, if you'll shoot me a text, that's what I meant to say to begin with your address again, because I got so many numbers and having to scroll back through all, you know, months worth of text to look for a address is a pain in the behind. So Monkey, if you'll send me your address, I'll make sure you get a copy of this template. That is how I was when I made my first two shoes for my custom-made EDC fixed blade. Yep. I like to just experiment with stuff. Right now I started one about a month and a half ago, the shell holder, bullet holder and everything that goes on the back of like a Henry or lever action rifle. I'm making one for my Marlin 3030. And I got one made, and I made one. Thank you, Monkey, I got your email. But I made one, and it was jacked up. It wasn't gonna work right. So, matter of fact, the back of this, the back piece of 10-ounce leather, that's where it came from. I repurposed it and made this. And now I'm in the process of making another one. And it's also 10-ounce leather. And it's going to be double ply, because, you know, it's better to overbuild it if you can. And I've been holding, Jeff, you've been holding, man, I've got to see, now I got to see what Jeff said. That's how I was when I made my first two shoes for my custom-made EDC fixed blade. Jeff, you've been holding out on me. I got to see that. Okay. That was just a little thing between Jeff and Mike. But anyway, yeah, I just goof off. You know, everything I make, you probably saw that. I call it the bloody jungle slip that I made. And the Bigfoot belt sheath. Everything I make is different from the last thing I made. And it's not because I'm trying to make that way. I'm not good enough to repeat stuff. So, guess we need to go to Mozambique. Oh, Lord. Mozambique. I want to ask you a question, but it probably sounds stupid about the Mozambique. You're not by any chance a Terminalist fan, are you? Rafe Hastings and his family's from Mozambique. If you're a Terminalist fan, you'll know what that means. That's the Jack Carr book series. Last hunk of wood, folks. Yeah. Pretty glowing embers. Oh, it was some comment on here. So I went down a completely new rabbit hole, didn't I? Well, guys, oh my God, we've been on that long. 125 minutes. Someone made a comment about smuggling peanut butter there. Smuggling peanut butter in Mozambique. Radar, hey buddy, how you doing? Sleepy Peanut. I heard they have Skippy peanut butter in Mozambique. I, I don't really know what all this means, but it just sounds funny. You doing all right, Radar? We bought our house. It was an estate sale, and the family left a bunch of stuff. They left some small pieces of leather, so I made my first sleep. Ah, that's cool. Yeah, I've been kind of working on repurposing stuff too, like neckties, leather belts. You can go to thrift stores and you can buy, well, that belt right there. That is a really good leather belt. I bought it at a thrift store for $1. Yeah, and that's a big one. You know what that means. But anyway, I bought a whole bag full of leather belts. I think I spent $14 on a couple of ties and leather belts. You can't beat that. And you can take the leather belts and you can cut them jokers up, make some killer knife slips, whatever you want to make out of them. I like to repurpose things, if that makes sense. Heck yeah, Joe. All good here. Where is it you live, Radar? I can't remember. Is it Kentucky as well? Anyone going to the SCI convention in Nashville next week? SCI. Heck yeah, same here, Cormer. SCI convention. Can you tell an idiot what that means? Oh, the rights. I've done some leather and only been doing rivets. Haven't tried stitching yet. Well, see, I've been working on the rivets, and most of my rivets end up being these. These are the rivets right there. They're nice and clean looking, but they're actually Chicago screws. Because every time I try the rivets, like I get done with a project, like I thought this turned out pretty decent, you know, and everything, and I didn't want to screw it up. When I do rivets and I use a little punch tool, it ends up punching off center, or it punches too deep, or not deep enough, or that stuff is driving me nuts. So I ordered a little box with different size, a big assortment of different size Chicago screws. I think they look pretty good. They work good. I put just a drop of blue Loctite on them. And you can see that you just take a Phillips head screwdriver and it's cheating maybe, I don't know. But it works real good. It's the weather here feels like negative 100 degrees. Oh my God. Where you at, Patriot 76? Trevor Wilson's hunting thing. All the gun and optic companies. There. That thing is nice. Can't believe you made it when I seen that. Yeah, it turned out better than I thought it was going to, Louie. Because everything but the this is that oh my God. Ryan RH Blade and Shade and a couple others are starting to use the leather. What is it called? Fart Blossom John. Dude, if he don't say nothing bad, you guys have to leave him alone. I love that name. Does anyone know who might be a good source for heavy duty leather for making knife sheaths? Well, I tell you one, if I don't know how advanced you are, if you're like really good, which I'm not, and you want to make a bunch of stuff, but you can get 24 by 12 perfect. And one important thing I have found is if you can buy leather that is cut square or rectangular with a straight edge, you get so much more use out of that piece of leather. And you can get it at Hobby Lobby. My Hobby Lobby usually has the 3 4 ounce and an 8 10 ounce. But the reason being, I bought one. It was like a quarter side, I think is what they call it, and it was like shaped like this, and all this around the outside. You can save a few pieces here and there and make slips and things, but there's a lot of scrap because it's so goober shaped. You know, what I mean, it's the shoulder of a cow. You know, and I've found if I buy it in perfectly square, rectangularly cut pieces, then I start with a straight edge and I measure off that straight edge and put a metal ruler on there, and you get more useful area per piece than you do buying the big stuff. And that's Hobby Lobby for me. I bought a couple off of Amazon. It turned out to be really good. It was perfectly straight cut, about the same price as Hobby Lobby, but that's where I get my stuff. You know, I wish I could remember the name of that dang leather. It's that right there. Somebody help me out if you know what I'm talking about. It's like got an Indian name, and I'm just drawing a blank. No, it's not Renegade or nothing like that. Dang it. I'll think of it in a minute. Okay, thank y'all for the info. And I'm glad you like my name. Yeah, I dig that. Fart Blossom John. I love that. That's be yourself. That's Traditional Leathercraft, best leather. Traditional Leathercraft. That's the name of the. I ordered. Excuse me. I'm sorry again. I know that's nasty, but I ordered that how quarter, the shoulder piece and all, from Tandy Leather, and then I ordered one from Weaver. And like I say, all this, you know, you got this big old piece, and you're going to have a piece right in the middle that you can, because you got to square it up, you know, if you're doing a big project. Now, all this extra that you cut off on the outside, yeah, you'll have pieces here, and you know, you can get 1 2 slips, you know, and all that out of the scrap, but you still wind up with a bunch of scrap. And when I buy the stuff that's cut square, I think about it and I measure. Okay, so I'm not going to get 2.5 inches, so I'm going to get 2 3/16, or you see where I'm going, 2 3/8, and that way I can get 4 wide, and I can get 4 out of it instead of getting 3 and a piece of scrap, you know. And it just works out good for me that way. Real leather. I just checked. Nah, it's not. That might be kind of one of the terms for it, but God Almighty, I'll think of it here in a minute. There are no crickets because it's wintertime, but I can't think of the name of it. But I'm familiar with the real leather. Kodiak Edge Hobby Lobby has minimal crappy supplies. Yeah, now I will admit that. Like our Hobby Lobby, if you go in there and you're looking for dyes, they got 1 color, sometimes 2. If you're looking for stamps, they never have the stamps I need. About 1/3 of the time, they got the leather I'm looking for, or the pieces of the leather they have is rolled up real tight in like a mesh bag. And when you unroll it, you know, you can never get it to lay flat. There are problems with the Hobby Lobby. I'm not saying, you know, they're not, but overall, it works out, especially for like beginner or intermediate guys like myself. I get all my leather belt supplies from Traditional Leather. Yeah, I want to get into doing leather belts. I'm going to have to do something to, I'd like to get the leather already cut to width to make straps for gun straps. And I think right now I'm going to stick with doing just all like lever action, because I got a bunch of lever action rifles, and get a strap and a leather bullet holder made for those with a little pocket, you know, so you can put a little fire kit in it or something, you know, fun stuff. Hobby Lobby sells shoulder cuts that aren't that good for customers. Yeah, they I see where you're coming from, but from a like if I were making stuff and I was selling it, all right, I was putting it on the Etsy, or I was selling it to the people that watch the YouTube stuff and all. I would probably have to step up a little bit because what I'm making is pretty much just all my own stuff, and I might make a few things here and just send it to somebody, give it away. So it works out pretty good for that. Yes, you get the belt blanks and the backs for them to make gun belts to 12 ounces. Yeah, that's exactly. And I just looked around, and it's foggy as heck out here. I thought my glasses were just dirty. Look at that street light over yonder. See how foggy it is? Kind of spooky looking, ain't it? Ooh. You spit in the fire. First timer, what's the preferred cartridge? Preferred cartridge for what? I take it you're talking about firearm cartridges, and are you talking about like defense cartridges or hunting or 44 Magnum? I'm a big 44 Magnum guy. 30 below tomorrow, Jesus Christ. Merca. You out, Jeff? You have a good one, buddy. 6.5. I got some buddies that hunt 6.5 Creedmoor deer and stuff. Uh, I'm more of a, well, I'm kind of a prepper, but I don't like that word. I like to use preparedness aficionado because I like to make sure I'm stocked up on things, food, water, all that kind of thing. And ammo is another one. And I just see if things ever get hard, the 6.5 Creeds are going to be really hard to find. And yeah, I have but I don't have one. I've never tried one, but a buddy of mine's got one, and it's super finicky. It's a Ruger American. It's super finicky on ammo. So I do have a 270 short mag, and everything else is like 270, 30-06. But here lately, pretty much all I've been hunting with is my Henry 44 mag rifle and the Marlin 336 30-30s. Yeah, you can't go wrong with 7.62 by 39. There's one dude that hunts up in the mountains I met, and he was coming out his truck, and I was driving by and stopped. You see anything? And I hadn't looked. And I see him pretty often, and we both pretty much were solo hunters. And this dude hunts with a SKS, and he kills a lot of deer. Dead nuts. Pins and pin blades. How are you doing tonight, brother? Using AR-10 308. Yeah, I was looking at a company here a while back. Palmetto State Armory had their complete lower kits for sale. And this company that something River, I think is what it was selling complete uppers or parts kits for like dirt cheap. And I thought about taking one of my ARs and liquidating it and building an AR-10, but for my purposes, for your purpose, it might be different. My purposes, it's kind of not practical. Yeah, I dig traditional chamberings, and they're so easy to find, man. I mean, 30-06, man, they are everywhere. 270 everywhere. 30-30 everywhere. So, but I'm not one of them. If people like 6.5 Creedmoors or 6.5 Grindles or 7.0 Grindle, I mean, whatever you like, if it works for you, hey, run with it, brother. Monkey, who is my EDC? I don't quite get that one, bro. Fallout Apocalypse, Fart Blossom John. Oh my God, I love that name. Tell me y'all heard that. It's almost 1 a.m. Did y'all hear that? Somebody just unloaded a daggone rifle on the other side of the mountain at 1 a.m. Yeah, we had a problem with there's a bunch of teenagers riding around in trucks shooting deer off the side of the mountain, deer in little fields and stuff. They'd shoot them, just leave them laying there. Game warden finally busted them. I wonder if that's more of the same. And it's not deer season anymore. That ended a couple of weeks ago. Hey, Radar 68. Sorry, who is MBEDC? MBEDC is Matt. Is that correct? He's a British guy, and Randy's WSG. He used to do a lot of lives with him. He has another guy on there named Sean, and Slip Joint Sawyer. He's on there with him some. The Possum Police. Yeah, I tell you, usually that kind of thing right there, you'll hear a helicopter here in a minute. Because we started getting some migration from the Smokies and Cherokee, started getting some migration of elk down this way. And it's highly, highly illegal to shoot elk. They have a season, very short, very limited season, up in the Smokies around the reservation, but not down here in South Carolina. And I touched the screen, got behind again on the pen. Dirty Point Buck. Man, those videos are all over. It was the Dirty Point Buck. That's what I have for supper tonight. Oh, do you have a 30-point buck for supper? That sounds good. Yeah, they're big bucks where you live. It's up here in the mountains. That's where all the state records have come from. There have only ever been 3 Boone and Crockett's killed in the state of South Carolina that were able to be ready. The Savannah River plant, aka we call it the bomb plant, they have draw hunts down there. And there have been 13 Boone and Crockett's killed there. But they're not allowed to list them in Boone and Crockett because they were killed being hunted by dogs. But we have, if you get back here in the mountains, yeah, there's some big ones up in here. A lot of 130s, 150s, stuff like that. But you gotta hunt them. And it's rough hunting. You get up in the laurel thickets up above 3,000 feet and you'll start seeing them. But it's like hunting a ghost. I love that sound, a Dirty Point Buck. Blunkster71, ever seen a Bigfoot or aliens? No comment. I had a video here a while back, and I explained in the video, I saw a bear. I've seen a lot of bears, but little black bears, and we don't have giant black bears. I saw a black bear, or I thought it was a black bear, go up on the side of a tree with its paws, clawing at the tree, clawing the bark off, and they do that to mark their territory, sharpen their claws, looking for food, grubs, all that kind of thing. And I think the wind switched directions, and this bear took off running up the hill, went back this way, working its way toward the top of the hill, stopped a couple of times near trees, kind of looking back my way, and I could just see the brown, and that's why I know it was looking my way. And it did all this running and went over the top of the mountain, or top of the ridge, over the top of the ridge, and it did all this on its back legs. So I'm gonna leave that right there. Aliens? No, I have not seen nothing like that. And if I ever do, is it illegal to shoot an alien? Y'all chime in if you know. Yeah, that's cool. Hawk slings. Hawk slings. Hey, I was just talking about making rifle slings and ammo carriers for lever action rifles. Chris Geary, only at Walmart at 3 a.m. Yeah, I I just told the highlights in that video. I went out and I went up here to the mountains, and there's a fire break cut through the mountains that they did this year because it was getting too thick, and fires break out. It is something else. I mean, you can look over to my right here. A couple of years ago, we had Pinnacle Mountain and a couple other mountains that they burned, and you can look, and it looks like a giant incandescent orange light bulb burning, and that started getting me kind of worried because it was getting close to the house, you know. I have it now, but I don't need to hunt with it. His Space Force. I don't know though. The Space Force thing, I think it might be more of a like picking up the Ronald Reagan Star Wars Defense Initiative. You know, where you have ICBMs in space or missiles that are capable of shooting down ICBMs. Because ICBMs, when they're launched from Russia or China, they have to enter space for the warhead to detach and re-enter. So if you can shoot them up there instead of down here, that'd be wonderful. 26 still watching this. You guys, I want you to do something for me. Always on the prowl, hawks things. That's kind of me when I get this. I was scrolling through lives. I'll look at my subscriptions and look for a red dot. If I don't see it, I just start scrolling lives, and I found another. That's how I found Kodiak Edge. Just scrolling through lives, and I seen him and got to watching what he was doing. Killer channel. And last night I found Bushcraft Rebooted. Killer channel. That dude is a daggum troll destroyer. And you guys will love watching him. Bushcraft Rebooted. Big Red EDC is going live at 1:30. I've watched him a couple times. I like what I've seen out of him. I really dig it. It's just he's usually doing stuff when I'm doing. I'm busy, or it's like Big E. I would love to catch more of Big E's lives, but he usually does it while I'm at work, like 1:30 or so when he's picking up his kids. So I think you hit the nail on the head with that cornbread on Space Force. Yeah, I kind of, no, I don't think they want to say that, but and I think a lot of things that people see and get reported and whatnot, like this deal with the drones in Jersey. Now, I know y'all had to hear that. Man, somebody is sounding like World War III over there. And you know something? That's the direction about 4 miles from here. Totsway nuclear stations up there. 3 big, giant nuclear reactors. I wonder, if I was going to have an invasion, that'd probably be one of the first places I went. But I didn't say that because the NSA's turning their satellites right now. I'm going to shut up. Yep, you heard it, monkey. That's the second time. You usually don't hear that kind of stuff here. Because the game wardens, you would not believe it. You ride down the road at night and you see a big buck standing out in the field in 4 or 5 different places. Most likely it's a robot deer. Ground fog, how are you, bud? Whoever that is, wealthier than us, who can afford to shoot that much? Yeah, I could probably do it with 2.23 and 5.56, but any other of my calibers, I'm not doing that. $31. It goes up to 50 something, then down to 20 something. Now it's up to 31. I can't believe that. I think more than anything, people are just enjoying the chat because I'm not doing anything. I'm doing great, ground fog. I'll spit your name out correctly in a second. And the more you kind of get to know me, you'll know this is just, I'm kind of a little bit, but man, that's hard for me to even imagine. Kodiak, Gordon, 30 below. Jesus Christ. Palo Verde power plant is in Arizona. That's a huge one. Yeah, you guys out that way, y'all got some gigantic nuclear plants. Yeah, this one here in Kiwi Totsway Nuclear Station, it's the biggest one anywhere in this area. But yeah, when they built it, they were like, this nuclear station can withstand the impact of a 747 after they stole everybody's land around there to build a lake around it, including my grandparents. And then a NRC letter. We all get NRC letters around here, Nuclear Regulatory Commission. And it's about 3 or 4 years ago, the letter came out and they had a list of the safest, the most dangerous nuclear plants in America. And this one was in the top 3 of the most dangerous because it's so old. It was built in the early 70s, early mid 70s. I like that name too, Angelo Ziccarelli. That's cool. How's the hunt going? Have you found any yet? Have found any what? Bigfoots? Just what I saw when on the video I made, and I didn't divulge all the information because I know there are a lot of people that think you're crazy or you're. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that right there because right now you guys are starting to think I'm crazy, and it's kind of like I'll show you the hoodie again. It says it all. Bigfoot saw me, but no one believes him. If you do see this, and I've thought about this, if I knew I saw something like that, do I tell anybody? And most people, I think, would say yes because they're thinking fame, fortune. Oh, I got a picture, Well, I think about, here I live very, very, very rurally. That's the hardest word in the English language for me to say. Well, they're all pretty hard, but I'm thinking if I saw Bigfoot walk up beside this tree over here right now, and I turned and got a picture of him, all right, tomorrow there are going to be 600 Bigfoot hunters in these woods, and somebody's going to have a gun trying to kill it. Now, why would you try to kill it? For fame and fortune, and if the thing does exist, I would. If it's the last thing I saw, if it came out of the woods and killed me, I'd be okay with that. Because if it exists, and I'm very much doubtful they exist, sort of, I would love to see one. Is a wolf a handy? Lily, I'm not really following you there. I need a little bit more inputage. The rights. I told you my story. You can read it on a live if you want. I'm trying to think. Mr. Gamer Official, hello. Hey, Mr. Gamer Official, how you doing? New subscribe. I appreciate that, buddy. I really do. Yeah, we just get out here. I did a chainsaw tonight, a big beastly chainsaw. That there's a video going to be coming out about it, but I won't rehash all that. A wolf behind you. No, it's actually a bear, and it's made out of plywood, so I think it'll be all right. I don't need the GMO special, the buck 110. I need whoever is here that can hear this right now. I want to ask you a question. I want you to be brutally honest, okay? Is this boring right now? Or are you just watching this because it's 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time and you don't have anything else to do? Rizzy Hawk Tua. You might be in with, one of them for the name. I guess y'all seen a hawk. That's all I'm saying. I just leave a brush on a branch out in the woods. A week later, I get my hair sample. Oh my God. No, enjoy you shooting the breeze. Where are you? I am in the very tip northwest tip of South Carolina. Just a few minutes from North Carolina, a few minutes from Georgia. Chicken Johnny. Ooh, how are you? How you doing, Chicken Johnny? Man, I like the names of some of these folks that I hadn't seen before. That's cool. Why is my name called Hunting for Hookers? You know, that has been my most asked question. And I've said it several times, but I'll tell you again. When I was a kid, all the old people that hunted around here, when you went through the woods and you were looking for deer sign, we wasn't looking for rubs. We were looking for horn trees. We wasn't looking for scrapes. We were looking for paw doubts. When you spotted a big old buck, you know, somewhere, no game cameras existed or nothing. You spotted a big old buck, or you found a tree that's horned way up high. You say, that's a big old hooker right there. All right. You go fishing, catch a big 9, 10-pound largemouth. Man, got a hooker on there. And all the old timers just referred to everything as a hooker. So when I was a kid, we'd take off squirrel hunting or whatever. My grandpa, he'd say, mackerel. My name's Michael. He'd say mackerel because he never wore his teeth. Come on, we going hunting a hooker. Out the door we'd go. So I didn't intend to start this channel. It happened by accident. And when I did, a lot of stuff on the channel has been about the way I was raised, my grandparents and stuff. So I named the channel Hunting for Hookers. And trust me, the first few times I Googled my channel or I went to YouTube and searched Hunting for Hookers, it brought up a totally different subject matter, as you can probably imagine. Yep, it was a play on words. That's pretty much what it was. And it's just, you know, the vernacular, the way everybody talks down here or used to talk. A lot of the hillbilly ease, so to speak, is disappearing. You still hear a lot of it when I'm talking, but, you know, bro, Jesus Christ loves you. Repent and believe in Jesus Christ. That's the most accurate state. Easy, 1, 2, 3, easy. You got the statement of the evening. Kodak Edge Blacksmith. Hey, Cornbread, let's collaborate. Let's collaborate. You can post your favorite videos now in my playlist. Favorite videos in your playlist. I'll take a look at that. That's I know I can't remember who it was. I don't remember if it was Gunslinger Cal that made the playlist. Randy's WSG passed away, and we were posting videos, like songs we thought Randy would like. I'll give that a try. They can't help it, Louie. Uh-oh. The hookers in Arizona scratch on trees, too. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. Chicken Johnny. It's your choice. They can't help it, Louie. Oh, my goodness. Bro, Psalms 139. God bless. God bless you, too, buddy. Peace and God bless. Don't hang up yet. I'm not hanging. That's the way I am most of all my videos. Because I mean it. Beat Down was hidden by Mike's life. But I kind of got into that 86,000 seconds. That's pretty funny. Anyone know what happened to the Patriot Knife and Tools channel? I have forgotten about it. I was looking for it like a week ago, and I couldn't find it either. I don't know if he's another one that's all the YouTube bullying and BS stuff. You know, I try to keep this PG. And everything has affected him, and he's just shut it down. I don't know. I have no idea, Radar. He's been gone for 2-3 weeks now. Yeah. Well, I looked for him like a week ago, and I couldn't find his channel. Oh, good news. If any of you guys know him, I've been getting texts and sending texts with, Greg Wilson, a.k.a. Catfish Bum. He's on the mend. He just had his 3rd surgery. He's got heart problems, and he's got to have one more surgery, and he thinks he might be back on YouTube. He's going to be doing some totally different stuff. And so if you guys, if you don't mind and you believe in such things, send up a little prayer for Brother Greg. He's a good guy. He's the one that gifted me this that you guys have seen in so many of my videos. I had it backwards and I had it upside down. And this started us talking. And he's a good guy. Really good guy. So I'd appreciate it. You know, you guys throw a little prayer up to the good Lord for him. He could use it right now. Yeah, Catfish took all of his videos down because, to be honest, he didn't know if he was going to be around to make videos anymore. And if he was going to change gears and do it a little bit differently. Yep, thank you, James. Yeah, Greg's a good guy, man. And you don't really, a lot of it, I mean, you get that he's a good guy and he makes cool content and stuff, but until you talk to him, and there's a lot of fellers on here I've talked to on the phone, text with, email with, just great folks, you know. That was green. Was it a military Bible by any chance? I found a place. Yeah, cornbread burning midnight. Man, we got past all that. Hey, you know, and now which I talked to Randy and Linda, Georgia Adventure today, and I finally just had to shut up and say, I'm sorry, I'm going to let y'all go because I talked horns off a billy goat. But, yeah, I finally found a place I can get there. Now, the Gideons will send them to you free, but I just didn't feel right about that because I'm using them for I send them out with packages now and stuff. I've sent like 6 or 8 of them out so far, and I'm going to continue to do that as I can find them. But I'm not going to let the Gideons supply them because that just don't seem right to me. Yeah, I've got my dad's. He's got a green one that says U.S. Army on the bottom of it from Vietnam. I got it too. But it's part of the stuff that stays in my gun safe with all my grandpa's knives and stuff. Yeah, I've got my dad's K-bar from Vietnam. I keep it in there. That's about the only 2 things I have from my dad. Mr. Ted. Yeah, it's good to see you, Mr. Ted. Oh, wait, I missed something. Nope. Okay, we good. I'm caught up. Who would have thunk that? And there's still 30 people in here. I only saw one person answer my question a while ago, and I'm serious. Do you guys watch this kind of mindless droning along just because you don't have nothing else to do on an early Sunday morning, or you like just shooting the breeze, or is it boring, or, you know, I'm asking because I kind of know from now on when to end things, and, you know, maybe I got several things to talk about and I'll wait for one or two of those things, you know. I don't want to be boring. Now, I'm not doing this for watch time. I can turn that off. I couldn't care less. But, well, appreciate that, bud. I just who I am, me, you know. Nothing special, just have a good time. Good storyteller. I appreciate that. I never really considered myself a good storyteller, but I got tons and tons of stories. And what makes most of them, I think, pretty good, in my opinion, is that it's true. You know, things, you know, when you get, it's kind of like wisdom. As you get older, it grows, and you get more of it. It's like, as you get older, you have more stories to tell. Chris is refueled 2 more hours. No, I don't know about those 2 hours. We might be talking 2 minutes or something. What's up, Chris? Did you sleep well? Chris is probably he said, that idiot's still on? See, I don't even know. I was looking for a live hangout. Oh, I'm back, by the way. Okay, now I know what everybody's talking about. Shovels down, couple stuffed peppers. Oh, Lordy. I enjoy listening to a southern drawl. Yeah, well, I got see that's something I'm gonna do it again because he loves it so much. Mike's life and I talk about when I'm making videos. I do a lot of filming or filming. There's no such thing really as filming anymore. Recording, and then I stop, and then it picks up, and I'm talking again about picking up the subject, and it stops. And I think some people think I do that because it's some editing trick or something I do for views or something. It's because I'll be like, "Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Check out this," and I forget what I was saying, just like I've done a bunch of times here. But I don't do it nearly as much on a live for whatever reason. So that's why my videos are so chopped up. Because I don't think nobody wants to see, "Hey guys, you locked up." I got the Bible. May I see yours again? Absolutely. Where'd I'll put it back. Yeah, I try to keep it in my side. I used to carry it in my back pocket, but it started getting the edges messed up. So I keep it in the side pocket because I always wear. Is that right side up? Yep. New Testament, Psalms, and Proverbs. This is a Gideon. They have other Bibles like this that are not Gideon Bibles, but usually the military ones on the front somewhere, depending on what era it is, will have U.S. Army or Armed Forces, stuff like that written on it. And if it's a green one, I've got one they give out now up here in the truck that was gifted to me by somebody. And it's camouflage, but it's like a paperback and it's camo and it's a little bigger than this. So I don't want to put that in my pocket, because it will get messed up. But there it is. And it's got the little, and the military ones have the same to and from and all that in the front of them. But and again, I try not to shove this stuff down anybody's throat. If you ask me, I'll not deny it, and I will gladly tell you. But having this in your pocket, if you're a believer, is like having the brightest light in the world when you're in your darkest times. And I suggest any believer get you one of these. It don't have to be orange, it whatever you want, Get you one, keep it in your pocket. I got a box full of these in the house that are, some of them, the binding is torn and different things, and I retired them, but I don't know what to do with them because I sure ain't throwing them in the trash. We had a red one years ago. I don't know if I've ever seen a red one or not, which they make all kind of colors. Camo paperback, much thicker. Yeah, the one I got up here, it's the same. It's taller, a little bit taller, a little bit wider, and a lot thicker. A lot bigger letters. It's easier to read. Sent one to Dwayne too. Yeah, I sent a orange one to Dwayne. Sent one to Bubba Zedis. I can't remember who I sent them to be honest with you. I sent them to a bunch of subscribers because I've traded and just sent out a bunch of knives when I start cutting my collection down to subscribers. Put leather on them and give them out. That would be cool. I'm working on the I don't know, dot and jot or whatever you call them. The little now the person you need to check out on that one is see, that's how I go blank. And I'm like, Sagoglin Jack. Sagoglin Jack don't live too far from me. He's across the North Carolina line, and he lives dead in the Smoky Mountains. And he's into all the notebooks and the journaling and everything. That stuff is so freaking cool. And pens and pen blades. Log and jotter, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. But pens and pen blades, that's what I was about to say. He does that stuff, and I want to get more into that kind of thing. I have one, but I don't like it, and I want to put one together that I do like. I'll probably have to make it myself, kind of like I did this EDC pouch. But yeah, I'll Sagoglin Jack. He's a good guy too. I've never talked to him, on the phone or anything, but he's a good feller. If you designated as Catholic, yes, I missed that question. Does the Army still give them out? Yep. Yeah, I have a nephew who's in the Army right now, and he basically joined the Army like 3 weeks before the COVID debacle hit, and He went to Missouri, the big fort out in Missouri. Anyway, he went to Missouri to do his basic, came back, never went back to a National Guard armory or anything else. And he did all of his training online. And you know what his specialty is? EOD, Explosive Ordnance Disposal. And he has done all of his training online, and he is now deployed to Europe. I'm sure he's getting some training over there too, but he deployed, and the only thing he's ever done is basic training and look at a computer screen. Explosive Ordnance Disposal. But anyway, the reason I told you that is he got issued a green Bible like this as well. Need some books, cornbread. I got them. Oh man, I built when I had my sign shop open. I built 4 bookshelves, and right now, those 4 shelves are probably capable of holding between 300 and 350 books, and there's about 600 on there. They're way overstacked. And as crazy as it sounds, I do not throw books away. Books are knowledge, and I'm going to have to do something with some of them. I'm in the process right now. I started it about a month ago, and I had to stop. Now I got to start over because I can't stop, and pick it back up in the middle. But I've read Huckleberry Finn like 8 times, and I started it again, stopped. Now I'm about to start it over again. Moby Dick's another one. That's a hard book to read, written in Old English and everything, but it's so good. It does a lot of things you need to learn about EOD techniques. There are scenarios. He'll eventually get the training, but he will have the background and knowledge. I'm hoping so, man, because I'd hate for him to come back maimed or met. Every family member hopes their loved one don't come back messed up, but it just seems so weird, man. Guess I'm old school, Mike. I do use fountain pens still. I like a fountain pen. Right now, I'm using a lot of those zebra pens and things like that, and I like the wide. The fatter the ballpoint, the better. Yeah, I've got a couple of Parker pens. My problem is like what I do for work and my lifestyle, because I go in the house like maybe 6 hours a weekend to sleep, and the rest of the time I'm out here. If it's raining, I'm in the shop. Sometimes I'm out here if it's raining. I'll bring a spare change of clothes and change in the shop when I get wet. I just love being outdoors. I might be cross the creek and start walking up the mountain, just go up there. You know what I mean? And fountain pens are they're not real friendly to the atmosphere that I live in. Don't mean to be rude, but are you a veteran? No, I'm not. I wish I was. I think when it becomes my time, everybody will have. I think a lot of people will have certain regrets, and some people will be proud of what they accomplished, and some people, there'll be a lot of ways you can go at that. One of my biggest regrets will be not joining the armed forces, because my dad, all my uncles, my grandpa, my great-grand, everybody in my family are all Marines. And, like we get together on Thanksgiving, and they'll walk in and be, hoorah, Semper Fi, and they'll look over at me and be like, wussy, but it's all in good fun. But, I wish I had, to be honest. And I could be retired right now. I've carried the same Fisher Space Pen bullet for the last 6 years. Yet, no. If you ever have to use it, though. Do you ever use it, Mike? Do you use any of the ink or anything? Have you changed the fillers? I'm just picking at you, bro. Got a spare ready to go, but so far I haven't lost it. Yeah, that's another one with me. Lighters, pens, Oh my gosh. I'm lucky as heck. I've kept up with that same, and I said that, and right now I'm feeling for it, and I think it's on my table in there, that little orange Zippo. And I got one with a grizzly on it. It's a case Zippo. And I've kept up with those two and a few of those Bics, but I lose those things like crazy. Jesse Lee, what do you think about Elvis? I am a huge Elvis fan. And I became an Elvis fan by total accident. My sister and her boyfriend at the time, he came in, he had this big curly hairdo and this leisure suit with a tall collar on it, and they went disco. Now I'm dating myself here. And my sister walked in, knocked on my door because I used to go and borrow records from her. The first record I ever bought was a little 45, Another One Bites the Dust by Queen. I think that was in 1979 or 80. And she walks and knocks on my door, and she hands me a stack of albums. And this stack of albums is like 4 Elvis albums, 3 Leonard Skinner albums, Marshall Tucker. I mean, you just name it. And I said, what's this about? She said, they're yours now. I'm living for disco. I think back on that. That's the funniest thing. Nice, James. Dun, dun, dun. Another One Bites the Dust. Uh-oh. Did somebody get that 86,000 second thing? Yeah, somebody just asked me a question. I went into a 10-minute explanation. Kodiak age. I've been to Graceland twice. My granddaddy cooked for Elvis at the Peabody's. He was the head executive chef there for 40 years. Man, I wonder if he ever fixed any of those fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches. I actually tried that a couple times with a deep fryer. It sounds disgusting. That is good. That's too cool. You darn right that's cool. I've still never been to Graceland. I need to go to Graceland. I know a lot of people. I'm an Elvis. You know, I like a lot of stuff. And well, case in point, I am a huge Linkin Park fan. And they've got a new singer, Emily Armstrong, and their stuff is dope. It's not Chester, but it's good. I love all kinds of stuff. Except when you get into like a lot of the old, I don't know, I call it like carnival country. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it, Mike. Road trip video coming soon. Oh. Henry Ho, my grandfather, the ducks still walk in and out there. Henry Holman. Man, that kind of stuff's cool. I can imagine being a chef at Graceland or something. That would be God. Plant-based brother. Do not like or subscribe to this channel. What, plant-based brother? Well, I can't click on it now. I was going to say, why don't you like plant-based brother? I don't know if y'all heard that, but there was shots on the other side of me. This place has turned into a war zone. Maybe I should go load the ARs and stuff just in case. Uh-oh, timed out. 86,000 seconds. Kick rocks with flip-flops and eat meat. Oh, my God. Don't get caught in the crossfire. Oh, I'm not going to get caught in the crossfire. Well, guys, I think that I have far exceeded the purpose of this live. I've enjoyed shooting the breeze with y'all. Americans love their guns, hey? And, yeah, I had a guy that used to live across the road before there's a single wide mobile home over there. And the guy that lived over there, he was a pretty cool guy. But when he left, we had like 2 or 3 families of like meth heads move in over there. We had to run them off. And right now I'm talking to the guy that owns the place because the trailer's kind of in a state of disrepair about buying it. But the guy that lived over there, he was like, man, because we had a rash several years ago, people breaking into people's shops, stealing the leads out of their welders, and I mean, you name it. And why don't you ever have a problem? I said, have you ever been home on a Saturday? He said, yep. How about a Sunday? Yep. I said, that's why we don't have a problem, because we come out here and shoot. See you, Jonathan. Mods did good. Darn right. Well, folks, Trump in tomorrow, I have to say. Yes, mods did do good. I loved seeing all those 86,000 minutes or seconds pop up. That's funny. I'm going to make some grits and hush puppies now with some sweet tea. Daggum, you sound like you from Alabama or South Carolina, brother. Good night. Be safe. Y'all have a good one. I'm going to end this thing or I'll sit out here all night long and I'll have to go get another armload of wood. And I'll just talk y'all's brains out because that's what I'm known for. And I think I'm going to go in there and make a bologna sandwich before I go to bed because I'm hungry. But till next time, y'all have a good one. Peace and God bless. And we'll catch you on the next one, probably next Saturday or sometime. Y'all have a good one now, you hear?